To lead the SKOL chant and sound the Gjallarhorn, please welcome the 31st Adjutant General of the Minnesota National Guard, Major General John Jensen.
Well, hello, this is John Randall, Minnesota Vikings legend, and it is my pleasure to say, Minnesota Vikings fans uncensored, are you ready? Keith, get your people up. Let's go. SKOL, 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 baby. Let's go.
Hello, Vikings fans. Welcome to the Let's SKOL Show. I'm Fish. As always, I've got with me Mr. Positivity, Cody Bowden. Hey, who greets with smoke, skullful shack. Our Captain Keith will be joining us momentarily. Tonight, we've got a quick recap of our Week 15 game against the Dallas Cowboys and a preview of our Week 16 game against the New York Giants. We've got some enemies to school with. So, no denying this season's been a failure, but who's to blame? Is the real McCarthy standing up, or is he just benefited from bad defenses? What's up with that JJ to JJ connection we were all so excited about? Who should get some extra snaps in these last 3 games? And who's playing their last games in purple? We're going to go around the Gjallarhorn with our hot takes and make our purple prophecy predictions. But before we jump into all that, let's break this ice. Fellas, Vikings have been a part of many a famous NFL highlight. Which one do you hate to see the most?
For me, probably that throwback. They always show the old school Cowboys Vikings game. Was it? No. Is it the Cowboys or the Packers game? When the defender fell and the receiver double bobbled the ball and caught the touchdown?
Freeman.
Or like rolled on his back.
Yeah, Monday Night Football.
They always love to just show that highlight.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad clip, but that's a good one to pick. I remember that one vividly, man. I was getting ready to go out with my friends, and that one happened. And I was like, I don't even want to go out anymore.
Yeah.
What's up, Low School? Chevy, what's up? What up, Dale? Aaron? Bob?
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go real old school because it's killed a Hall of Fame career, and that's Jim Marshall running the wrong way.
Yeah.
I hate seeing that. I hate seeing it because when you think about the career that man had, and it's probably that one damn play why he's not in the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I'm going to go with one. My dad had this old NFL Films VHS tape, and he'd play it for me on constant repeat, and he'd be yelling, that's offensive pass interference. That's offensive pass interference. It was the Hail Mary play from Roger Staubach, and it was from the age of like 6 years old all the way up till I was like in high school. Like he'd replay that for me, and he told me, see that flag right there? That's not even a flag. That's an orange peel. And it turned out to be an orange peel. And I'm like, man, Dad, you've lived through this for your whole life and you still don't have one. And it kind of digs into the why I'm a Vikings fan, because I have to be. My dad was one. My grandpa was one. His dad was one. You know, when they first popped out in '61, it was just a lore thing. And watching that on VHS tape, it's probably the most studied play I watched as a Viking fan was that play from an era that I was even born with. So that's the most hated highlight play I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, those are all like really heartbreaking ones. But the one I hate seeing the most, and I mean, all Viking fans are probably familiar with it. It's against the Atlanta Falcons. And no, not that one. It's not that one. This is from the early 2000s. And it's Michael Vick in an overtime game from like the 50-yard line. The guy runs up the middle and jukes all of our defenders all the way to the end zone for a game-winning touchdown. And I swear I see that 3 to 5 times a season, like in some kind of highlight package. And it's disgusting to see just him getting loose like that in an overtime game, which I believe we had to come back to even tie that thing. So it was like a good feeling. And then we get into the overtime and he does that, runs for over 50 yards. And there's another one like that with Steve Young doing the same thing even earlier on. But that one always gets me. Like when I see that one, I gotta change it. I can't watch him decimate our defense like that over and over.
Well, you could have witnessed it in real life because they made a theme park ride after that drive in the overtime. The Michael Vick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did they?
The Michael Vick experience. Yep. They did the commercial.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
They did the commercial with the kids sitting in the seat with the harness, and then he's just
does the juke spin and
that's the one that gets me.
They also got the time RG3 scored on our defense.
The 80-yarder.
Yeah.
That's when we had our actual elite defense with Anthony Barr, Eric Hendricks, Sharif Floyd, and them.
Well, we can go back a little further, like those Cowboys guys brought up last week. That Tony Dorsett 99-yard run.
Oh.
That one doesn't bug me. Just really doesn't. I think we ended up winning that game. Like that one doesn't bug me. Maybe because like it wasn't during my time either. So
what bugs me about that one is I had Tony Dorsett's card and on the back of it talked about that play, and I owned that card for so long. And that's what I kept reading. I was like, what? 99 yards? Yeah. That's how I know number 53 was worn by a running back before Dalvin Cook.
If you really want to just get into it, just watch the Barry Sanders highlight film. You'll find plenty to hate.
Yeah.
Tommy, it's funny that you talk about Flavor Flav because I got the Flavor Flav going on right now. I got the SKOL Flavor Flav.
Flavor of SKOL.
And I don't know if any of you are near New Brighton, Minnesota, but on January 2nd, Third Dimension Print and Promo will be giving these things away to the first 100 people that come to their grand opening. So Third Dimension Print and Promo, it's at 151 Silver Lake Northwest in New Britain. First 100 visitors will receive one of these for free. All you got to do is go there, check it out. They'll also be doing raffles, giving out more prizes. That's on January 2nd. Like I gotta admit, like he sent me a picture of this thing. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's cute little thing. Yeah, go ahead, send me one. This thing's a lot bigger than I expected.
That's what she said.
Whoa. But yeah, I don't even know where New Brighton's at. But if anybody who's watching this or listening is in the New Brighton area, check it out. Third Dimension Printing.
Honorable mention, Brett Favre across the body. Playoff against the Saints.
I said you all get one. You're just throwing them all out there, all the bad memories.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a Vikings fan for a long time.
Well, we got some good recent memories, and that was this past Sunday, where for the first time this season, our Minnesota Vikings won back-to-back games. Once again, they put up over 30 points and defeating the Dallas Cowboys 34-26. Always a good time when you beat the Dallas Cowboys, even though they're not in our division. It's just one of those teams you don't want to lose to, and that's mostly because of their fan base and they think they're America's team and whatnot. So it was really good to get that win, even though we had been eliminated from playoffs earlier that day. Like, to me, this win still felt good. And after playing his best game as a pro last week against the Commanders, JJ McCarthy came out. He may have topped that one in this performance. The offensive line played really well, kept JJ clean. He was not sacked once, had over 3 seconds to throw, and his favorite target, Jalen Naylor, once again, our most consistent wide receiver all season. And he's going to create some, difficult discussions coming up because he's about to be a free agent. So that's something we'll definitely have to dive into later on, talking about what wide receivers are we keeping, which one are we letting go. Jalen Naylor has entered the conversation. Our run game wasn't as effective as far as yardage was in previous games, but it was effective in the way that we stuck with it, and it kept the defense honest, and it worked with the play action. So I do got to give KLC props for sticking with the run game. Even though we weren't averaging the 5 to 6 yards a carry, it was still effective. One of the biggest stats that stood out to me, that the Vikings were 2 for 9 on third downs, which is kind of where we've been in a lot of games, but we were 3 for 3 on fourth down conversions. So we were converting over half the time, 5 out of 9. Defense gave up a lot of yards, but buckled down when they needed to, and they held the Cowboys to 2 for 12 on third downs. So we definitely won the third down conversion battle. This game started with the JJ McCarthy interception, and right then this team could have folded, and they didn't. It was very reminiscent of the last time we played the Cowboys, and Kirk Cousins had the strip sack fumble that Michael Parsons forced, and I believe Parsons recovered it too. But right then, it just felt like the game was over, and we lost 40-3. In this game, we saw a little bit of resilience from our team. Fish, what'd you come away with for a catch on this one?
Well, it's funny, you kind of really prefaced it really well. I believe it was the third quarter. Dallas had just kicked another field goal and gone up 23-17. And it's 4th and 3. And if we decide to punt this ball away, we run the risk of Dallas going up by 2 scores. And then that game probably could have got away from us. But instead of that, OKOC put the ball in JJ McCarthy's hands. And JJ McCarthy threw one of his best throws of the game, a beautiful back shoulder throw to one speedy Naylor. Pocket was good. Presence was great. Mechanics looked good because he was throwing to his right. And he put that ball perfectly with plenty of touch, air. It was a really beautiful NFL caliber throw.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there
Fish,
he goes.
I think this was the same play that you had a catch on earlier in the year.
You're very correct. He went a little deeper down the field on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same situation almost. I think it was like a third down conversion the first time. Wasn't that against Detroit, Cody?
Yep, that exactly the team.
And it was the same type of throw, just a little deeper down the field. And I mean, that's their hookup right there. Mm-hmm. That back shoulder throw. It was very well in a game where JJ, I will say, my take from this game really is that for the first time, I feel like I watched JJ perform as an NFL caliber quarterback. Like, it wasn't just flashes where it was like there's plenty of bad and then there's just enough good for us to win. This was him being pretty steady, having plenty of touch on the ball when he needed it, dropping it into place, making really good throws. And this was probably one of his best throws of the game.
And you can see Justin Jefferson taking on the safety and getting double covered, which left Naylor man on man here too. At the middle top of the screen, like I pointing, like you're gonna be able to see it, but about the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
you can see he takes on the double team. Safety sticks with him. Naylor wide open 1-on-1, and JJ sees that. JJ McCarthy.
A very unselfish game by Jets too.
Go 100%. He
had a couple of catches, but I think he was more mad at himself for not catching that touchdown, or there was that other throw he could have caught. I think he was just more mad at himself, and a very unselfish game on his part. Shaq,
Absolutely.
You shook your head.
Oh no, I was watching. I was watching the pass from Matthew Stafford, but I was listening to you. Yeah, he's definitely showing that he's feeling more comfortable in the offense. And it's amazing what happens when he has time to relax in the pocket and then throw the ball. That's what we wanted to see. And it kind of took time for our offensive line to, I don't want to say get healthy, but to start being consistent with the blocking so your quarterback could feel comfortable. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't have that much NFL experience, so we got to make sure he at least feel comfortable to start, feeling confident in his throws and build that chemistry with the receivers.
Yeah, I think it goes along the line with he doesn't have to play the hero. He doesn't need to have that deep ball going out there in the double coverage. If you take what the defense gives you, and over these past 2 weeks, we've been seeing him taking what the defense gives him. And when the defense gives him a deep shot, he throws it. He has sailed a couple, and a couple have gone through hands of receivers, but he isn't throwing that ball that goes out center field where the safety intercepts it. And I give huge congratulations to KOC from what he said in the Washington game. Hey, slow it down. And I think that's what's happening right now.
Well, you know what? KOC probably heard you, Cody, say, hey, run the ball, because that is certainly what's happening right now, too.
Mm-hmm. Play off the play action. That's what KOC is so good at. He's been good at it with Cousins, with Kirk. He's been good at it with Sam Darnold. Run the fucking football.
And JJ McCarthy has one of the highest completion percentages on the play action in the whole NFL right now. So that's why it's important to run the ball and keep the defense honest. Even if you're not picking up those chunk yards, just doing it keeps the defense honest. You might get a linebacker out of position because they're trying to go make that tackle, and boop, there's Hawkinson. So I like what he's doing. I hope he can keep this as philosophy and not be like, all right, you're doing good on this, but can you do this now?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be honest. I don't think that KOC is going too far out of his own game plan, because JJ McCarthy's still throwing the ball, 24, 25 times. They're running it a little more, and he's still throwing it. His average depth of target is still like 10 to 12 yards, which is one of the most in the league. So it's not like he's just doing all these dump offs or, anything like that. He's still throwing the ball down the field. He's just getting more help in the run game. And in turn, we're also converting and extending drives, which is giving us more plays. So instead of running 20 times, we're running like 28 times. So it's really helping out.
I like what you said right there, Keith. You said, okay, I seen you do this, but now can you do that? That is the saying of progression and development all the way. And that's what KOC switched to, I think, is, hey, let's progress you. Let's develop you. This is what
I just don't want him to do it too. I don't want him to do it too fast. Let's run this offense the way it's going for the rest of the season. Because I think McCarthy now, he's getting confidence.
And then maybe, hey, in the offseason, let's just make this our game plan.
Yeah, and it should be. It should be. Hey, I see you do this, but can you do that? And if he can't do that, okay, let's go back to I can see you do this. But then later down the line, oh, can you do that? Like, that's how you build progression. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I was looking at ticket prices with all these. But I'm not going this weekend. I got work shit to take care of. But I could have been on the 50-yard line for $200.
You can get with this, or you can get with that.
What'd you guys think about the whole drama between KOC saying he told JJ in practice not to do the gritty into the end zone, and JJ McCarthy coming back and saying that made me want to do it more, and he actually did it?
Go for it, kid.
I like his cojones, I feel like JJ McCarthy is the quarterback that, like, if he's showing himself, just show out your personality, because I don't want him to be somebody he's not. So when he's feeling himself, just do it.
I love the act. I mean, it was a great fake, man. If that's something that he's gonna have in his bag, that's gonna work often. you know, like not just in that situation, but for other play action type plays, that thing's gonna work. So I mean, that's something like that Aaron Rodgers has. Aaron Rodgers is really good at that. That's why Aaron Rodgers is a really good play action quarterback. So that's good to see. But the coach told you not to do it, and you did it, and you came out and said that made me want to do it more.
KOC has lost the locker room.
Who is bath salts?
I feel like it's like almost like a double conundrum or whatever. Not it's like, okay, you give me wins, then you're okay to do it, right? And then if you do what I say and it works out, then you can do it, right? He's trying to humble the 9 narrative down, like we've all been hearing all year. Just humble that 9 narrative down. Don't act like 9 out there, right? But act like 9 out there in a way. That's how I feel it is.
This is how I think 9 should act.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but he actually got some support for that 9 stuff from JJ McCarthy. Justin Jefferson. That JJ stuff is still confusing. We're almost done with a full season, and it's still confusing. But Justin Jefferson came out and supported JJ McCarthy in the whole 9 thing and said that he loves it. And he's like, it's no different than me calling myself Jets or Jettas.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's because that whole fake demon thing they complained about. Where we talked about it earlier, saying it might become a problem because now everybody's gonna laugh at us. But that's just who he is, so he gotta stick with it. I don't want him to be somebody he's not.
I mean, there was Kirko Chains, right?
Yeah.
I thought we threw that on Kirk, though. I don't feel like that was really Kirk.
But that's the whole point of a nickname, Shaq, is you didn't call yourself he who greets with smoke.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
The wide receiver who is proven, yes, because he was called Jets before he was proven. And I don't think he's that fast, to be honest. So yes, I am comparing JJ McCarthy to Justin Jefferson. They're right here, right? I mean, right now, JJ McCarthy's kind of playing here, and Jefferson's kind of playing here, Robbie, if you think about it. That should get him going.
I mean, look at JSN right now. He's getting shut
Robbie's
down.
going to be like, link, please.
Sad. Sad. Oh, man.
So when the Vikings lose, we give out laps. When they win, we give out game balls. Once again, we get to give out game balls. Again, this is the first time all season we've had 2 wins in a row. So it's the first time that we've got to give out game balls 2 times in a row. And for the second week in a row, we're going to go ahead and give our team game ball to JJ McCarthy, doing his thing. Keep it up. I hope we give you 3 more team game balls. But for the individual game balls, Shaq, who's yours going to?
Mine is going to over-reliable USC thoroughbred Jordan Addison. Yeah, he may have only had 2 catches, but he caught all his targets. And not only that, I feel like that 58-yard completion could have been a touchdown. But I'm not going to blame JJ McCarthy for that because it was under pressure. And he threw it as much as he could off his back foot down the field. So if he wasn't under pressure, I'm pretty sure that would have been a clean touchdown pass to Jordan Addison. So I'm going to give that to Jordan Addison.
Yeah, Addison had a good game, and especially on that deep pass. And I think, there's a lot of people that just want to pick on JJ McCarthy. So they, talk about that play that he underthrew it. Man, that ball traveled 60 yards in the air. Like, you're not going to have too many quarterbacks that are making throws that are leading a wide receiver 60-plus yards.
While Ryan O'Neal was being pushed into his lap.
So he was backing up and he threw it. It was not like he stepped into it.
And that thing traveled 60 air yards. So I'm okay with it. Maybe Addison needs to be a tick faster after receiving that ball.
Yeah, it's not the first time he's got run down from behind, right?
No, but it was a good game from him, and it was good to see no drops. That's the big thing, no drops. Fish, who's yours going to?
I am so proud to be able to say this, guys. Much like Harrison Smith is Keith's last favorite player, this guy might be my last favorite player. I'm giving my game ball to CJ Ham. Not just because he scored a touchdown in the third quarter, but in the first quarter, the Cowboys stonewalled our run game. I think Aaron Jones had 6 yards on his first carry, and then it was just nothing on the ground. But then our first drive in the second quarter, we lined up Jordan Mason behind C.J. Ham in the offset eye. And for the first couple of plays, we ran that ball right down their throat. We looked like we had a run game again. Then we had the Addison bomb. And then in the red zone, what did we do? We lined up. We went big. We brought in Blake Brandel to come in as an extra offensive lineman. Lined up in that offset eye, and it was sold so much to the Cowboys that their entire defense collapsed in to try to stop that. And McCarthy just said. So, yes, key blocks. He freed up Aaron Jones on a nice halfback toss for a good yardage. And I think it was the third quarter. Key blocks, a touchdown, C.J. Ham.
C.J. Ham, 1 carry, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. That is efficient.
That's
Sam Darnold threw a pick 6.
Sam Darnold pick 6 against the Rams. You don't say.
You don't.
I don't think it's gonna be a touchdown. I don't think it's a
not the
touchdown.
one. Good pass, Darnold. Oh,
he doesn't like the Rams. He doesn't like the Rams.
C.J. Ham, he also had a pancake, I believe.
Yeah, and I think this definitely extends into the Washington game as well. He had a lot of key blocks, especially that one in the end zone, which would have been a safety on J.J. McCarthy, but his block set J.J. McCarthy free to run for the first down instead. So C.J. Ham has been making his presence felt, and he wants this to be another offseason where we're saying this guy's getting cut, but then he doesn't get cut. I think that's happened the last 3 seasons. He's definitely not going to make this team. Like, we don't even use him. I think we found a use for him. He works in this game.
I wish we have the roster where if Kevin O'Connell just decided to say, I want to play smash mouth football, we could, and we would win.
Yeah. But I'm not going to complain. He's pretty much at a 50-50 split run pass, and I'm going to take that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like J.J. McCarthy's got the freedom and willingness to run when he needs to. He doesn't use it too often, and when he does use it, it works. The kid's got some escapability too.
He does.
Like he has that duck moving and then run.
Yeah.
So for my game ball, I'm gonna also stay on the offensive side of the field, and I don't know that we've given this guy one, maybe one, but I'm gonna give it to T.J. Hawkinson. He looked kind of like the old Hawkinson in this game. He had 4 catches for 66 yards, a 16.5 average. 3 of those catches went for first downs, and the 4th catch got us into 4th and 1, which we ended up converting. He was that safety blanket for JJ, but he also had that catch over the middle that was just a freaking missile from McCarthy. And people are saying that he throws the ball too hard for his receivers. Wasn't a problem for Hawkinson running over the middle of the field. So this is like really the first time of the season I really felt like we've seen that old Hawkinson that was a pass catcher and not just a blocker. And without him, I don't think we win this game. So, T.J. Hawkinson, you get my game ball.
He also don't get a lot of opportunities because, like you mentioned, we use him more as a blocker.
Yeah, we do. But the thing is, even when he does pass catch, it just doesn't have that versatility that he used to have, and that's probably the injury. Like he doesn't move. But I felt like he was a little more spry with after the catch. He was getting some yards. I think he was getting like 5 or 6 yards after the catch in this one, so I'll take that. Shaq, how many rushing touchdowns does Jonathan McCarthy have this season? 3.
Hot take complete.
And Shaq knows that because he had a hot take that he would get at least 3 rushing touchdowns this year.
Nice.
Cody, who's your game ball going to?
My game ball goes to, and this is the first time that we're going to all select a player from the offensive side of football for game balls in a fucking game. That's something big, right? My game ball goes to Jalen Nailor. I mentioned it to those Cowboy fans, the low-key player. I said, hey, watch out for this guy, Jalen Nailor. He has repetitions with J.J. McCarthy. I think it's J.J. McCarthy's favorite wide receiver to throw to. I think the timing's down perfectly, and that's also why I think we need to re-sign Jalen Nailor when those talks come up. Jalen Nailor gets my game ball. One hell of a game. Someone mentioned the stem shot from Call of Duty. I'm a big Call of Duty fan. I loved every single moment of that first touchdown. I honestly thought Jalen Nailor was seriously injured with a concussion or something. And then I saw the replay and the celebration, and I was like, oh, okay. He did the the Jetta's hamstring injury, and it is all game. So this is our first time selecting all offensive game balls. The offense is moving now. It just took a little bit because why did it take a little bit? Because you have a first-year starting rookie quarterback on the field. That's why it took a little bit. You guys want a first-round pick quarterback? This is what you'd give the first-round pick quarterback. Now we're finally seeing it move forward. Jalen Nailor gets my game ball.
Great pick on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from this game, or are you guys ready to move on?
Quickly, I'd just like to say, you brought up that it's 50-50 like run pass. I feel like it should be like 75-25 run pass. Only because we're trying to force JJ McCarthy to be like a 10-year veteran quarterback. And like I feel like we put way too KOC put way too much pressure passing wise on JJ McCarthy this season.
Wait, Shaq, pause. Who?
JJ McCarthy.
He's earned his name back.
Yeah, hopefully he keeps his name. But yeah, I feel like KOC put way too much pressure on him, throwing so much in the season. And he's starting to learn that maybe we could actually run the ball and gain yards. We don't always have to go for the deep pass, which I know KOC is a big fan of, just launching the ball deep and watching Justin Jefferson catch it.
75% runs wild, though.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean,
he
right now in the last two games, JJ McCarthy's completing like 65% of his passes.
Yeah, keep where you're at.
He could complete 65% of his passes, throwing less. Percentages don't change.
55 is a good percentage to have as a quarterback.
Yeah. Especially when you're throwing 20 plus times. Like he doesn't even be throwing 35, 40 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like 15 completions out of 20. That's not bad.
Well, I think an old Viking quarterback, Sam Bradford, holds the record at 71%.
Hey, Tommy say might as well bring back leather helmets if that's what you want, Shaq.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, eventually it was broken and they invented the forward pass.
Mm-hmm. You know who invented the forward pass? The first ever Vikings head coach, Newt Rockne. Or Norman Van Brocklin, my bad.
Oh, Sam just almost threw another interception.
Oh, he almost did.
100 million.
4 Jettas drops. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, that's definitely something we're going to have to talk about at some point because even though he's had shaky quarterback play this season, he's had a lot of drops, uncharacteristic of him, and he just hasn't looked the same out there. He really hasn't. But I think we'll save that for another time.
He needs those hand grips, right, Cody?
Oh,
remember back in wrestling when you just sit there? Yep.
I think just give him another offseason with JJ. I think the real offseason starts in between February and April. That's when the players get together and they start actually working out and doing these types of things. I think that's when you're going to see a huge, massive jump in timing and all that heading into next year.
All right. So the Vikings currently, after that win, sit at 6-8. Like I mentioned earlier, they are eliminated from playoff contention last week when the Bears beat the Browns. That was the nail in our coffin. We could tank and work towards draft position, or we could continue to play the role of spoiler, which we started this week with the Cowboys. It's going to be very hard for them to make the playoffs now. They're going to have to win out and the Eagles lose out. And the way the schedules are set up, it's like a 1% chance of happening. So we've already kind of started playing that spoiler role. We did drop from the 11th pick to, I believe, the 13th pick right now. So not too much, but we did drop a little bit. I know Shaq doesn't like to hear that. No matter how this season ends, we can lose out, win out. No matter what happens, the season will be a disappointment, and we should probably talk about who deserves the most blame. Is JJ McCarthy starting to turn a corner, or has he just been benefiting from the bad defenses? While one JJ is starting to flourish, another JJ is starting to flounder a little bit. A couple of our players have been placed on IR. More can follow as the Vikings start to evaluate. Should the Vikings start giving some young players some extra snaps? Are some players playing their last game in a Vikings uniform? That's what we got coming next on the State of SKOL. So let me ask you this, fellas. Right now, what is your current state of being a Minnesota Vikings fan, Michael Fish?
Oh man, the best we could do is the 10th pick, so screw it. Let's spoil it. Let's knock the damn Lions out of the playoffs on Christmas Day, and good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We're going to knock the Packers out too on the last week of the season.
I don't know if it's possible for the Lions and Packers to both miss the playoffs, but I would love for that to happen. That would make everything just worth it if they both miss it.
It's highly improbable, but I would love it.
So who will go to the playoffs if they both miss it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's enough teams to get it done.
I think the Panthers would, Shaq.
The Panthers could be one, but I think then it'd have to be like the Cowboys too.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, keep winning, right? What's your current state of being a Minnesota Viking fan, Cody?
So my current state is momentum. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I want to see us winning out because I want to take that momentum into next year. And I'm not saying that as a whole team-wise. I'm saying that from the quarterback position, right? As a whole team-wise, we better have the number one defense. That's the only way you're going to win a Super Bowl with a mediocre quarterback heading into a year like this. But if you can get the momentum on the quarterback side to where you have a no-shit top 15, top 10 quarterback, yeah, Super Bowl is involved because the quarterback is the most important position on the field. You look at us in 2017, I think we had the number 2 defense. It wasn't number 1. We had a mid-ass quarterback. It ain't number 1. It ain't going to draw you momentum heading in the next year. So the momentum comes from heading into next year is if J.J. McCarthy can go 7-4 to finish out his record in his first year ever starting as a quarterback and moving into next year. That's where momentum comes from. Because you know what else the team is going to do if he does go 7-4 heading into next year? The team is going to get rallying back behind J.J. McCarthy heading into next year. So when I say momentum, that is my outlook, and that's my status goal right now. I want the momentum, keep leading forward. I want to keep that momentum, keep winning. Quarterback stat, the number 1 stat is W's. Keep those W's up.
I like it, Cody. What about you, Shaq? What is your current state of SKOL?
Season is over. Pretty much just go out there, see who deserves to be on the team for next year. And April 23rd could not come any faster.
Jack has checked out. He's in draft mode. He wants the team to lose out, but he doesn't want to say that.
I mean, I don't need to say. I just let the Vikings go out there and play the way they've been playing all year.
I mean, if they play the way they played the last 2 weeks, I mean, that's a different ballgame than what they've played. So, I mean, are you at that point, Shaq, where you'd rather the Vikings lose out?
Yeah, I would rather them lose out, but I'm starting to scout more, so we could probably still get a decent, I won't say bona fide generational talent at pick 13, but we can still probably get a decent defender or so.
So you want J.J. McCarthy to put up the stats but take the losses?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Okay, what would you want from Kirk Cousins?
To not be a Viking?
Yeah. No. Let's go into it. What do you want from Kirk Cousins then?
I actually wanted Kirk to win the Super Bowl.
But you wanted wins, right?
Yeah.
Not just the stats. So
yeah.
what are we going with on this point now?
Oh well, with Kirk Cousins, the season wasn't over. He was still putting up the stats when we still had the chance to make the playoffs.
Hovering around 500 and still got a chance to make the playoffs. Yeah.
What was that year in 23 when we were like 0 and what?
We should have tanked. I said this last week. We should have tanked. We could have had Drake May.
Right.
Well, if we were hovering around 500, we'd still have a chance at the playoffs. So really, if we had one more win right now, we wouldn't be talking about this team being eliminated. We'd be talking about, how we can still get into the playoffs, especially playing against the Lions and Packers coming up. we could kind of somewhat control our own destiny of getting there. With that being said, I just want to do something a little hindsighty, and that is, if you could go back and have the Vikings replay one game this season, what game would you have them go back and play? Now, whatever game you go back to, you have that roster. So if JJ McCarthy was injured, he's not playing as JJ McCarthy is playing right now. It's Carson Wentz or whoever started that game. Or if you want to replay the Seahawks, it's going to be Max Brosmer. So start with you, Michael Fish. If you can go back and replay one game, what would it be?
Philadelphia Eagles, because I just don't think Jalen Hurts can do that 2 times in a row. I just think he played a great game. He what's the term they use when a singer sings beyond their range, and he played beyond his ability as a quarterback, because we shut down Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts played a lights out game at quarterback. I don't think he could do it again. I think we'd win that game.
Yeah, he actually had a career game against us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a career game.
And they won by 1 score. Career game, 1 score.
I think Devontae Smith had a career game too. So a little bit of an outlier game for that team, because they're not the same Eagles that they were last year. You know, you keep waiting for them to turn it on, and it just really hasn't worked out that way for them. Cody, if you can go back and replay one game, which one would it be?
It'd be November 16th versus the Bears. And it wouldn't be the whole game. It'd be the last 50 seconds of the game. Last 50 seconds of the game when Duvernay took a kickoff. What was it? He took it 56 yards. Without that kickoff.
You got to replay the whole game, Cody, and maybe you don't even get to that situation. Do you think we go back and play that game in Minnesota, we could beat the Bears?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%. I think we do. And McCarthy was the starting quarterback in that game. 100% think we beat them Bears on that second time around. McCarthy beat him the first time. We beat him the second time. He did beat him the second time. We just lost in the last minute of the game. That's the game. We win that game.
You're getting choked up.
Yeah, because I'm sad at watching that game. The special team. Defense is playing well. It was a 19-17 game. Defense pulled us. McCarthy did his thing. He came out in that final drive, scored the game-winning touchdown, which should have been what it's always been in his career, even against Alabama in those playoffs, against Michigan in the Big Ten championship game. That's what he does. And we saw it happen, and the team let him down.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'd be down to replay that game. That's probably the most obvious one, and someone had to say it. Michael Fish, gingerbread cookies or pecan pie?
Which one of my kids do I love the most?
You gotta love one of them more.
Come
on, Fish.
Pecan pie.
Ooh. What do you got, Cody? Gingerbread cookies or pecan pie?
It's pecan pie all the way. I'll eat that shit from fucking November all the way to July. I'm eating pecan pie.
Shaq, gingerbread cookies or pecan pie?
Gingerbread cookies.
My man. I'm going gingerbread cookies as well. I prefer them to be frosted, but yes, gingerbread cookies. Fine.
Pecan pie's got caramel in it, and that's the showstopper, baby. I can't hear
I mean, like you said, which kid, but you got to pick one that's a good son. You're holding them both, so you got to pick one.
I'm still shocked how we draft Jaron Hall but did not notice Puka Nacua. That is one reason I'll say Crazy deserved to get fired.
I mean, a lot of people could have said the same thing about Diggs, right? How do we draft this and we didn't see Stephon Diggs?
So, Shaq, you can go back and replay one game this year. Which one would it be?
Oh, this is an easy one. The home opener against the Falcons. I believe I would have got my money's worth if I could watch that game again. Maybe we could have scored more touchdowns, because I feel like that game was in reach the whole game until the very end, when they finally scored the touchdown, when we finally gave up at like 5 minutes left of the game. But I feel like we could have won that game, and then it could change the trajectory of our season, honestly, because I believe also that's the game when JJ McCarthy first got hurt and he missed the next 6 weeks.
So what you're saying is that Keith should not have gone to that game, and then our entire season's fortune would have changed.
It's possible. Like, I didn't believe it was that bad until I seen it in person.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, Keith can't be that bad. We're gonna have a good time.
I'm not that bad, man. I've seen win. I'm telling you guys, I don't even believe me, but I've been to freaking games that we've actually won.
Pixar didn't happen.
I'm trying to.
Was this before the NFL merger?
Wow, how old do you think I am?
Had you hit puberty yet? That could change a lot of things.
Yes.
I'm blaming Shaq and Keith, honestly. This is Shaq's first game. He took an L. Keith's whatever game took an I haven't lost. I even went in the game with Fish, and we won.
Yeah, but Fish was out on the concourse for half the game.
No, he wasn't. He was glued to his chair.
Glued to the seat.
Looking down.
I'm trying to get the link that I gotta try to send to TikTok and all that. But my game that I would go back and replay, you guys all pick close ones. I'm going with one that wasn't really close, and I don't know that we would win it, but I would like to have the chance to win it, and that'd be the Packers game. I want to play that game over. That was just an ugly game. I don't think it was the best representation of this team. I think we could play that game a lot better. It actually started off close, and it just kind of got away from us. And a win against the Packers would be what we need the most if we were going to be 7-7 and trying to make a playoff run. So let me replay that game against the Packers. If we can't go back and beat them, then screw it. I don't want to go to the playoffs.
Can I throw an honorable mention game out there?
I mean, at this rate, we're going to get all the losses, but yeah.
The Seahawks game. I need to really see if Max Brosmer was really that bad.
It's an undrafted free agent, Shaq. Come on.
You just needed to get that Brosmer in there, didn't you? You just wanted to drive that Max Brosmer because you weren't here for it.
I mean, you know, a lot of fans was telling me he's better than JJ McCarthy. Start him. We out here. There's been rumors that KOC is scared to play Max Brosmer because it might hurt JJ McCarthy's confidence. Well, guess what? It did the opposite. Max Brosmer was so bad it boosted JJ McCarthy's confidence.
It's almost like starting Jaron Hall against the Packers on New Year's Eve instead of Joshua Dobbs.
I was going to say that I'd like to go back and replay that Lions game just so we could run the score up on them. But then I remembered I'm going to get to see that on Christmas Day.
Fish, you starting early, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm inviting our guest for dinner.
And most of these losses have been close. It's like they could have honestly went either way, and we could have been a playoff team. It's not like we was getting blown out every game this year.
Yeah, I think the only bad losses were to Seattle and Philly.
No, Philly was a one-score game.
It was the Chargers. The Chargers.
Chargers was a bad loss. Atlanta was a bad loss, 22-6. And
are you sure Philly was I don't think Philly was a one-score game.
It was a one-score game, baby. It's like 26-22 or something like that.
28-22. Yeah, we lost by 6. Yeah, one score.
The Chargers. It was the Chargers game. That was a bad one. And
Chargers game we got.
The Packers game.
It felt like the Philly game. It wasn't a one score. It felt like we got dominated.
See, the Ravens game, that's another one that we should have won that, we go back and play, we might win. But see, that's why I said we end up going to all the games. But my number one is for the reason, like beating the Packers is what would probably let us control our own destiny to get to the playoffs.
Cody, that's why I said
let the Bears go ahead and win the division.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go take care of our business.
I wanted to see week 18. Is it us and Packers? Winner gets in, and I wanted to beat them Packers. That's if we beat the Bears, though.
So a couple players won't be with the Vikings the rest of the season. That's Jonathan Grenard and Josh Metellus, both going on IR with a shoulder, which if the Vikings were a contention, I don't know that either one of them would be having surgery right now. So I don't know if you call it a tank or what, but I also don't think we're going to see Christian Darrisaw again this season. He refused to talk to reporters today and just said he didn't want to talk about it, and he doesn't know if he's going to play the rest of the season. So I don't know if that's because like he's just frustrated, or maybe he was told that he's not going to play, or maybe he's choosing not to play. But I think there's something funky going on out of there. But with players kind of starting to drop out, we probably will see some players get some extended play time. Fish, who's one player that you would like to see get some more snaps that we can evaluate over these last 3 games?
Well, the player I want to see get more snaps is for a different reason than that. And it's because of what's happened the last 2 weeks. I want to see CJ Ham get more snaps because it feels like it stabilizes the offense. It keeps the run game productive, which gives our quarterback an opportunity to play a balanced game. I'd love to see Ty Felton and whatever, all these young players get more snaps to who we got. But the guy who I want to see who we got is still our quarterback. Can he play consistently? And I feel like having CJ Ham in on the offense helps him do so. Pass blocking, run blocking.
I think that's a fair one because it's going to come down to, are we keeping CJ Ham on this roster or not? So right now, he probably has been JJ McCarthy's best friend. So yeah, it's definitely worth seeing. Since everybody's already calling it out, Shaq, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you want to see over these next 3 games get some more snaps?
For me, I want to see my boy. I can't say my boy. I don't know why I said that. I want to see Jay Ward. I've been saying this since we drafted him. He could be the Cam Bonham replacement because Jay Ward was basically a corner at LSU. Kind of had some safety snaps, and then he had some nickel snaps. He kind of moved all over the place. And like right now, it's a perfect time because I'm pretty sure come draft time, safety is going to probably be one of the topics for us to draft. So it's best to see what we have in Jay Ward right now. So let's see what we could get out of Jay Ward.
All right. And we probably should. There's no reason that Theo Jackson needs to get extended run. It's kind of showed us he's an average safety, and we probably should be looking to upgrade there. We might need 2 new safeties next year. So he should definitely get some run.
Come back?
I don't want him to come back, even if he wanted to come back. Like
1 more year.
Like he's barely hanging on, and it's cool. Like I don't think he's been a detriment to this team, but I don't think he's been necessarily the asset that we would expect of a Harrison Smith. He's obviously getting older. I think he does do a lot of leadership stuff out there. Like it'd be great if he can come back in some kind of capacity as a coach. That'd be awesome. But I think it's time for him to retire. And then I'll go get his jersey. Once he's Viking for life. Nothing's going to change. I'll go get the jersey.
You know it's a problem when Harrison Smith is still making plays for your defense.
Yeah. And the only reason I haven't got the damn Harrison Smith jersey is I hate the 2 digits. Having the 2 and the 2 that look in different fonts. Like that bugs the crap out of me. It's a damn shame they never changed it while he was here. What about you, Cody? Who are you hoping to see get some extra snaps?
So right now it was a couple last year was Jalen Redmond, right? And then Jalen Redmond had some flashes last year to where he could be somebody. Now Jalen Redmond's making it super easy to get away from Javon Hargrave. So my guy is going to be Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. When Javon Hargrave leaves, I need someone to step in that Jalen Redmond role for next year. That way it's going to be a lot easier to get away from Jonathan Allen. So I want to see Tyrion Ingram Dawkins start showing out. And he has been. He's been showing the same amount of flashes Jalen Redmond did his first year here playing for us. Showing the same amount of flashes. Honestly, he has. So watching him do that, I kind of feel comfortable in 2 years like Redmond has had, where you push him forward and it's easier to get away from that veteran defensive lineman. And I'm excited to see Tina Ingram, Dawkins, and Jalen Redmond being part of our front seven heading forward in the year. Because I know Jalen Redmond did it, and it's making it a lot easier to get away with Javon Hargrave. It's going to make it a lot easier when Jonathan Allen leaves because TID is stepping in that spot too.
I like that one. And I think that's a pick that we were all really excited about, right, Fish? We got Tyrion Ingram Dawkins in the 5th round. We all kind of rallied around that.
Well, I want to see him get more snaps too. I would love to be made to look like a fool again. I just don't think this time it's going to happen.
Fish, I think of all the ones that you weren't happy with, well, outside Donovan Jackson, but you didn't like any pick in this draft, I don't think, except for the one we let go on Kobe King. I think Tyrion Ingram Dawkins is actually going to be the guy that you flip on.
And it took Jalen Redmond 2 years. We saw 2 good plays in his first year with us. 2 good ass plays. We're like, we wanted more. Now he got more this year and he's showing out. We saw 2 good ass plays at Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. Now next year I want to see more like Jalen Redmond got more, that 60-70% of snaps, and have him show out and then actually pull him out as a full starter.
Shaq got dark.
Shaq did the witness protection program.
Hold up.
Oh, no. There he is.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Okay. All right, so mine is another guy that Fish wasn't happy with that we drafted, and I don't know for sure that he's going to flip on him or not, but that's going to be Ty Felton. We need to see what we got in him. He's actually been really good on special teams. Like, he's always the first guy down there as the gunner on the punts, and he's down there the first ones on the kickoffs, down in the ball inside the 5. He's doing all the good special team stuff, making tackles. I need to see him as a wide receiver because we took him in the 3rd round. So we didn't take him just to be a special teamer. He's caught a couple passes this year. One was a couple weeks ago against Washington where they just threw him a quick screen and he ran it for 10 yards, and that's kind of the player he is, the dangerous guy he could be. So over these next 3 games, I would like to see him get more runs, and it's kind of hard. It's like, okay, so where do you fit him in at? Like, are you going to sit Naylor for some snaps when Naylor's out there playing for a contract? Are you going to sit Jordan Addison now, who's your wide receiver 2, so you can get this guy in? So I get this going to be kind of hard, but you got to get him in there for 15, 20 snaps and give him at least 3 to 5 targets just to see what you got in him. Can this guy be someone that's going to be a yards after catch guy? Can you at least design some plays that are special for him? Can he be a deep threat maybe for JJ McCarthy? We wouldn't have thought coming into the season that Jalen Naylor was going to be JJ McCarthy's favorite target. So
Sam Darnold threw a 2nd pick.
Darnold is Darnolding. So for me, I really need to see Ty Felton get some reps at the wide receiver spot. And if he does it, I'm going to have to believe that he's not showing anything in practice, and that's a bad sign. They took him in the 3rd round to be a wide receiver, not just a special teams player. Yeah, trading for Thielen kind of made things worse, and maybe it's stunted Ty's growth. But now that we're eliminated, Tommy, and we're kind of evaluating things, we're going to have to decide, are we going to sign Jalen Naylor? Are we going to sign Jalen Naylor and Jordan Addison? Like, we have decisions to make. So maybe if Ty Felton could show over these 3 games, oh, man, this guy's a player, we can go ahead and either trade Addison, or we don't have to sign Naylor to a $15 million contract. So I think in this evaluation period, it'd be very smart of the Vikings to get a good look at Ty Felton.
Robbie says y'all heckling a man on a successful team. The problem is he's not the one making them successful, Robbie. He leads the league in interceptions, I'm pretty sure.
So let's shift it up a little bit, guys. With the change in seasons will come a change in players. And I'm going to ask you, and please give us this in the chat too, who's one player who you don't think will be a Viking next year? And I'm going to list you out some of the more likelies, which is Hargrave, Pace, Wilson, Theo, Hawk, Addy. Well, maybe not Addy. Naylor, Jones, O'Neal, Kelly, Ham, O'Neal. 2 O'Neals. Naylor, Addison, Brosmer. Who do you guys see not being in purple and gold next year? Jack, who you got?
For me, I'm gonna go out with a surprise pick. I'm gonna go with Blake Brandel. I feel like we're probably gonna try to see if we get some draft capital for him. Because he's obviously been playing all 5 positions for us, and I know he signed for a little while from us, but I feel like we're gonna try to move him while his stock is at a high, and then draft somebody in the draft, and probably keep Ryan Kelly for 1 more year.
Oh God, Jack. Oh, you're gonna have that man eating soup for 3 meals a day.
I mean, his kids will be happy. Kind of.
Hey, Sam Darnold just became the second most intercepted quarterback in the league behind an Alabama quarterback named Tua Tagovailoa.
Keith, who do you think's not going to be around next year?
When they said Kelly in the comments, I think Kelly won't be here, but the one I think won't be here, I don't know if you guys said it, is TJ Hawkinson. Because he's due like $16 million, and not much of it is, I mean, none of it's guaranteed, and he doesn't have a lot of dead cap. And I think just the way that he's shown that he hasn't fully recovered for that knee and he's getting older, I don't think this is one of those situations where you do a restructure to try to smooth out that money. Like $16 million is a lot, even if you're kicking some down the road. I think that might be part of the reason why we're seeing Gavin Bartholomew activated for the first time off of IR. I think he's going to get some run. And Josh Oliver's shown he's a capable pass catcher.
Mm-hmm.
So I think TJ Hawkinson will be gone. I don't think TJ Hawkinson's getting traded, Robert, because, again, he's very expensive, and I don't think anybody's taking on that cap hit.
I think my gone candidate, and I think this one is really growing to become a heartbreaker for me, is going to be Jalen Naylor. He's going to hit free agency. He's playing in a contract year, and he's kind of playing like he's in a contract year. I wonder if somebody looks at him like he could be a wide receiver too, and paying him like it, paying him on that low tier wide receiver too.
You don't think he'd be our wide receiver too, and they see what they can get for Addison?
I think it's less likely. I mean, would I like to see it? Would I like to see it? Yeah, I think so. Even though, to be honest, I've seen this offense move better with Addy in the game versus when he's not, like when he's been out for doing stupid shit in his car. It was Jordan Addison who caught that 58-yard bomb on Sunday. I just think there's going to be a market for Speedy, and I don't know that we're going to be able to compete.
Yeah, I can see it. Cody, who was yours?
So mine is it's painfully obvious, and Shaq is going to love this pick. I'm telling you what, it's going to be Max Brosmer. Max Brosmer is not going to be part of this team, bro. Like, he's an undrafted free agent rookie quarterback. We threw him out there, 4 picks. It's an undrafted free agent quarterback. I don't know who in their right mind thought Max Brosmer is the better quarterback than McCarthy. I get it that you were trying to stand behind the guy because he is your quarterback. He is our quarterback as a Minnesota Viking. Undrafted free agent rookie quarterback. There's only been 3, I think, that's ever been successful. It's Tony Romo, Kurt Warner, and Warren Moon. Jesus, out of the, what are we at now? 61, 150 years of football, whatever it is right now. Like, there hasn't been one. And I don't think the first 50 years of football there was ever an undrafted free agent rookie quarterback that came in and stepped in, besides the inaugural year of the NFL. And it's wild to me. Yeah, but he's gone. I think Minnesota brings in a veteran quarterback to play backup to JJ McCarthy coming in next year, and it's well earned as that backup. But, oh my God, Max Brosmer's got to go.
That's a crazy one because I wouldn't think so. I think they would want to keep him around as their quarterback because I do think they like him and they want to develop him. So that is kind of a shocker. That's the one you're going with, but I can see it.
I need them to bring Max Grossman back because my sources can't be wrong. There has to be a reason why JJ McCarthy was scared of him starting. We just didn't get a chance to see it yet.
You know what's going to happen, though, fellas? We're going to cut him. Some damn team's going to pick him up that's on our schedule next year. He's going to come in and play and throw for like 275 yards against us.
I think he's going to Jaron Hall it, and Jaron Hall got drafted. So I see that happening. Like maybe Seattle picks up Max Brosman like they did Jaron Hall and never start him and make him the emergency quarterback.
All right. Before we get into this Giants game, we got our enemies in the background. I do want to make an announcement, and that is we have started this little thing called the Let's Go Network where we're trying to get other Viking podcasts to join us and help promote each other and do shows together and really just try to grow the whole Let's Go brand. And we do have our first members joining us, and that is the Purple Hopes with Dope. I mean, the Purple Dopes with Hope. I messed that one up. The Purple Dopes with Hopes. If you're a Viking fan, that name goes without explaining. You know, we're all Purple Dopes, and we all come in with hopes. They will be joining us on a surprise show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. We will be introducing the Purple Dopes with Hopes to you guys. So I hope everybody in the audience will be around for that show, and we'll be introducing them to you guys tomorrow. And that was probably a shock to my panel here.
Nothing shocks me anymore.
All right. So we got the Giants this week. We're on the road for the second week in a row, taking on the New York Giants. Been a rough season for the Giants, who are sitting at 2-12, looking at another top 5 pick. Vikings lead the all-time series 19-13 and have won 5 of the last 6. Unfortunately, that one loss came in the playoffs in 2022, which we don't need to talk about it. I hope they don't bring it up. Yeah, right.
It launched this podcast.
Yes, it did.
It did launch this podcast. These teams have met 4 times in the playoffs, with the Giants winning 3 of them. The Vikings got a win in 1997. Right now, last I saw, Vikings were currently 3-point favorites in this one on the road. Before we bring on the enemies, I got a little bit of trivia for you guys. It was hard for me to come up with anything, so these are going to be pretty difficult. First one shouldn't be. 93 players have played for both the Vikings and the Giants.
93.
93
Fran
different players have played
Tarkenton's one of them.
Yep, Fran Tarkenton's definitely one.
Okay, well, that you guys got it. I say, who's the greatest one?
Yeah, Fran Tarkenton.
I was gonna try to slip that one by you guys, but Fish stole my mojo.
Yeah.
Thank you. Fish, did you think I was gonna say name all 93?
Knowing you.
I mean, I could have said name 10. I could have said name 10 and you probably would have struggled.
Yeah.
Did
All
James Lancaster play for him too?
No.
No.
Lancaster only played for the Vikings.
Who's the
Sure, it
tight
wasn't
end?
Kyle Rudolph.
Yeah, Kyle Rudolph, the tight end.
No, it was Dalvin Tomlinson.
Oh, doubt. Well, he played for Giants first, then went to us, then went back to the Giants.
Yeah, but he played for both.
Yeah.
All right, next one. I mentioned the Vikings' only playoff win against the Giants was in 1997, which was a pretty thrilling game. Vikings were down 19-3 at halftime. They were down 22-13 with under 2 minutes to go. End up winning the game 23-22. In that game in 1997, who thinks they can name the Vikings' leading passer, leading rusher, and leading receiver?
1997.
Robert Smith was our leading rusher.
Go ahead, Fish.
Randall Cunningham was the leading passer.
Say who?
Randall Cunningham.
Okay, team effort, I guess.
That's 3 in a row. That's 3 weeks in a row of Randall Cunningham. No, Brad Johnson was the other one.
All right, leading receiver.
Probably Robert Smith.
Steve Jordan.
Nick Reed?
Jake, I got them two crossed up. Jake Reed, yeah.
He was the 2. He was the wide receiver 2 before Moss.
Jake Reed.
Yeah.
He caught the touchdown that gave us the lead or put us in the game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't him.
Chris
It was
Carter.
Chris Carter.
Yeah.
It was Chris Carter. So you guys got 2 of the 3. Rinaldi, on this last one, I'm going to need your silence, Rinaldi. Okay? In 2005, the Vikings became the first team in NFL history to accomplish what feat against the New York Giants?
2005.
I know Rinaldi knows this one.
Have a defense score more touchdowns than the offense?
Ooh, that's a good guess, but no.
Have the Love Boat.
No. They became the first team in NFL history to score a touchdown on an interception, kick return, and punt return in the same game.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And Rinaldi was at that game. That's why I told him to shut up. But even though I told him to shut up, Robbie went ahead and was typing it in the chat. Thank you for that, Robbie.
You didn't tell Robbie to shut up.
No, you can't tell him to shut up, though.
So Seahawks are going to tie the game right now.
Yeah, they are.
We're
Damn,
gonna watch this 2-point conversion, and then we're gonna bring on our enemies.
I had
What a
any
throw.
touchdown. I had anytime touchdown Puka, so I'm good. My parlay is alive.
Fun fact, A.J. Barner used to be J.J. McCarthy's tight end in college.
Him and Colson Loveland?
Mm-hmm.
You don't say.
Let's see if the Oregon Ducks, the Seattle Seahawks, can get this 2-point conversion.
AJ Barner's a dog, dude. Please throw to JSN. I need the fantasy points. Nope, he threw a play.
Oh, and almost a Sam Darnold interception. And with that, let's go ahead and bring on our Giants fans. We got Drew from the 2 Giant Goofballs. What's up, Drew?
What's up, Drew?
And we got Pudgy Boy Sports Talk.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up, fellas? Thank you guys for agreeing to join us. I know both of our teams aren't having the seasons we expected, but this is what we do, right?
Yeah.
We're Giants fans. We're used to this.
First thing I'd like to bring up is the 2022 playoff game, if you guys don't mind.
I was going to bring up the 2001 playoff game instead.
41. You know what? I'd rather talk about the 41 donut than talk about the 2022 playoff game.
Yeah, because that hurt us as well in hindsight.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you got signed Daniel Jones to an expensive contract after that.
Yeah.
And to Viking fans, Daniel Jones is the one that got away.
Yeah. Hey, the only reason you won in 2001 is because you took the playbook. We all know this.
So did you guys watch Daniel Jones playing earlier this year and go, where was this?
No.
Or no?
Honestly, when they were winning, they were playing a crud teams left and right. Look at that schedule to start.
Yep. That's facts.
So, Drew, why don't you give us your background as a Giants fan?
So, Giants fan my whole life. Grew up in Jersey, now down Tampa Bay area. So, but yeah, we're just long time masochist fan of the Giants, basically just dealing with losses after losses. You know, growing up during the Rodney Hampton, Dave Brown years, and was a little too young to really enjoy the first 2 Super Bowls. I saw them, but I was a little too young to really enjoy them. But obviously, went through the good years with Eli, getting a couple rings out of that, and back down to crud again at this point. So it's been a roller coaster ride, really, as a Giants fan in my years.
Yeah, but at least you've seen some success, so that's awesome.
Yes.
But Pudgy Boys, I didn't get your name. What was your name?
Mike.
I don't want to call you Pudgy Boys. Mike?
Yeah.
That's going to be easy. That's going to be really easy because the guy above you, his name's Mike too.
Oh, great. I like
So what is your background as a Giants fan?
I was a little bit spoiled growing up. So I was born in '89, so I missed the LT years, but I did catch success early on growing up. So I saw the full Eli run, and expected greatness pretty much my whole life. And once Eli left, we all got pissed off and thought that things could be brighter, and they just weren't. And you don't know what you got till it's gone. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Is that Drew with the soundboard?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like you guys. You guys got to see your Cinderella team happen though. Like that's bigger than being a favorite in every Super Bowl game. Just being the Cinderella. You knocked down the undefeated Tom Brady, Randy Moss Patriots.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool.
That's better than just winning a plain out Super Bowl. That's like the greatest thing in sports is being that Villanova, team that just comes out, or the NC State team that comes out and you just knock off the number one team, the unstoppable, movable object.
Cody, it ain't the greatest thing in sports until we do it. Damn it.
Yeah, I know, right? But they did it, and they did it what, twice?
Twice, and granted, I'm biased, but I think we also had in that first win against the Patriots the greatest play in Super Bowl history with that helmet catch too.
Yes,
that was
you did with Tyree Smith. You did. Like that's like
watching this.
Yeah.
Is that a safety?
They called the Sam Darnold pass lateral, which made it a fumble. And when the Seahawks player picked it up in the end zone, they're giving him the 2-point conversion.
Oh, they don't want the game.
Wow. I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
That
was crazy.
That's the
Is it true that what's his name? Was his name David Tyree who did that helmet catch?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Is it true that that's the last reception he had in the NFL?
I don't think so. No, because he went to the Ravens afterwards and played there for a couple years too.
He played a couple more seasons. It's just they got Victor Cruz, and then the rest is history for David Tyree.
I mean, he was never a great player. They even said he was dropping passes left and right the week of practice of the Super Bowl. Like they were actually, the coaching staff was nervous about him, and they kind of just put him in because he was the guy up. You had to pass on that drive. You needed that touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Victor Cruz had that cold ass salsa TD celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people forget too about that Super Bowl. Tyree caught the touchdown as well to go up 10-7.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you guys beat him though.
Yeah. We are too.
Yeah.
I bet.
If we were rooting for the same team that day, same as we're probably rooting for the same team on Sunday as well. So
that's gonna come up for sure. What is your guys' feeling about the Vikings? Not just this season, but like overall. Like when you hear Minnesota Vikings, what kind of emotions does that stir up for you? Because these two teams kind of do have a history of some weird and wild games and some memorable ones.
Yeah, for the Vikings, I mean, from the outside looking in terms of the Giant fan, losing Darnold, I thought was a big loss for them after the year that he had last year. I don't know how you guys felt about retaining him going into this year, although you had McCarthy ready to go. I'm not too impressed with McCarthy yet, but I have to see just a little bit more out of him. But losing Darnold, I thought was a huge loss. And you see what he's doing for Seattle now, which is tremendous. So he's just like bouncing around like a cheap prostitute, going to team by team, making $30 million a season.
With no happy ending, though.
No happy endings. No, he gets them. He gets them all the way to a certain point, then he stops. But I mean, I love the head coach. I think he's one of the best offensive minds in football. I love what he does with the quarterbacks. McCarthy's in good hands, but I think the Vikings are in kind of from where I'm coming. The Vikings are in kind of that tweener. Where are we going stage right now, where they're going to win 7-8 games, but where does that put you? Are we closer to the playoffs or are we closer to rebuild?
Would I say, does the narrative change if you looked up Sam Darnold's interceptions right now? Would the narrative change if you actually looked it up right now and where he's at in the league?
For Darnold? Yeah. Well, he leads the league in interceptions now, right?
Yeah.
I still thought getting into another year with the head coach there would have been really beneficial for Darnold to kind of just settle in for the first time in his career onto a team. Keep that relationship with Jefferson and Addison and all those weapons they have. I thought it would have just benefited Darnold to continue staying with that with the Vikings.
I feel bad for JJ in this whole thing, to be honest with you guys. It's like you draft this kid, and it's hard enough being a rookie quarterback coming into the league and having to do what you got to do, but you come in, you get hurt. Darnold comes in, takes his team to heights that most people did not think they would reach last year. And now you got a guy who's basically coming in second year, but he's really a rookie quarterback. And you got to live up to that now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in a no-win situation. Like you do good. You just did what was expected of you. You lose, well, you must be crap because Sam Darnold won with this team. So obviously you're horrible. And it's a shame because it's a really young quarterback you got. And I'll be frank with you, I'm not a fan of JJ. Never was coming out of the draft. I thought his best play in college was handing the ball off to the running back, and it's a scary thing. But when you look at it, you signed a young kid. He was 21 when you drafted him, right? I think. So you get drafted a 21-year-old quarterback that was basically, for lack of a better term, sheltered by Michigan. Never really gave it the chance to fully, here's the reins. You're the guy. You do what you got to do. And you throw him into the fire, and he's got it right off the bat succeed because Sam Darnold, of all people, did it. The guy who failed in Carolina, failed in New York, failed all these places. And then you got someone like me who's, I don't pretend to follow and watch every single Vikings game. But I look at this team, and I'm like, shit, you got JJ on there. You get Addison, who I'm a huge Addison fan. I said point blank, Addison, who's made Caleb Williams all that money in that draft, not even Caleb Williams. But you look at that team, TJ Hawkinson, yeah, I get it. He's getting to the late 20s now, but he's still above average tight end. You have a really good offensive line. You got a lot of injuries this year on that offensive line, obviously, but that offensive line, when healthy, has been pretty solid for the most part. You get all the tools there. He's just set up where there's no win for him. I feel bad for the kid. I really do.
And he's 4-4 on the year.
Yeah.
And he could be 5-4 after Sunday, a winning record.
Don't even talk to Giants fans about could have. We could have won this year.
It's not could have. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Yeah. He is 4-4, and he'll be 5-4 after this week.
What if he ends?
That's not a could have.
Yeah, if he ends the season 7-4, like where's the narrative there? Is he still suck or he's 7-4?
I think because of the season you guys had last year, like I said, no matter what he does, the nerve's going to be you weren't as good as Sam Darnold, and because we still think of Sam Darnold. It's ironic that Darnold now plays in Seattle because it's kind of
it depends who looks at it. It depends who looks at it because if you're comparing year 6 Sam Darnold to a rookie, essentially, then yeah, it's going to look like you're not as good as that 6-year veteran.
If you look at he had though, it takes a couple of years for that to go away.
The only reason I look at Sam Darnold differently if he wins a Super Bowl with Seattle. That's the only reason because I already knew what I'm getting with Sam Darnold. I'm getting a first-round exit. I'm definitely getting a first-round exit. And if you say Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl in the same sentence, you're like, what? Like, I think it's every NFL fan. Doesn't matter what team you are.
And this is what I say about everybody that asks us about the whole Sam Darnold thing. It's not that we didn't want to bring back Sam Darnold this year. They did. They offered him the $30 million for 1 year. He didn't. He chose to go to Seattle, which they gave him a 3-year deal, but only 1 year essentially because only 1 year is guaranteed. So he chose to go do that. They did want to bring him back for 1 year. But were they going to sign him to a long-term deal when they just had drafted J.J. McCarthy? No, it didn't make sense for either party. It wasn't that they didn't want to bring him back this year and try to run it back one more time.
It was a no-win for both parties.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank. There was no perfect solution where everyone could have been happy.
Where do you guys see like McCarthy's ceiling?
Joe Burrow.
So I'd like to say Joe Burrow. My ceiling, so my floor and ceiling, and I said this when we drafted him. Floor was Zach Wilson. That was the floor. The ceiling is prime Super Bowl winning Russell Wilson. That's how I see it as.
I mean, Zach Wilson has a stronger arm than McCarthy did.
No.
He does.
He definitely
That's
does.
why Zach Wilson got drafted.
I saw a ball go 60 yards in the air last week, and that's the underthrow. I never seen Zach Wilson throw a 60-yard pass in the air.
That was literally what he did during his pro day. That's why he got drafted so high because he was launching the ball deep.
Mm-hmm.
Proving why you never should draft a quarterback based on their pro day.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, and not even trying to be a hater, just being a realistic in what I think of JJ. I think he has that leadership capabilities that you can't teach.
Yes.
He has that finds a way to win that you can't necessarily teach as well. He's never going to be Joe Burrow. And I'm going to give you a comparison for a guy, but I'm going to say this with respect. He has a better arm than this guy, but I think his ceiling is like a Chad Pennington kind of guy.
Oh, hell no.
And again, I'm not hiding him. I said it off the bat. That's what I think his ceiling is, a guy like that.
I don't think Chad Pennington was a bad quarterback, though.
No, but he's not
young.
elite.
Have you
And you want
seen
to
the
leave when you
Jets
draft
play?
him that high.
I think he's got Russell Wilson's arm strength and all the talent in the arm. It just depends on what scheme you put him in. And with Seattle, we saw the scheme. He won a Super Bowl. He was MVP candidate for 7 weeks of the year after that Super Bowl wins. I think he's got that much talent. I just think when you move him, then it's going to be you're Zach Wilson. You're just not good.
Didn't Chad Pennington almost win the MVP his second year? They won the division from the Patriots and they went into the playoffs.
Yeah, it was the Matt Castle year.
That guy who found a way to win. Like you look at him, like he's not that good. How does he keep winning? Like that's just what he was.
But are you excited about having a quarterback that? How many times a year do we have quarterbacks that the mainstream media or even fan bases just bash because they find a way to win, quote unquote, instead of being the reason that they're winning? They just find the ways to win. Like McCarthy goes out, throws for $182, a touchdown and a pick, but he winds up throwing the game-winning touchdown with like a minute left. Is that kind of where we're at with McCarthy?
No, so
because and he's the first quarterback to have multiple touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown in his first 8 starts. So he's not the one touchdown guy. That's happened. What's happened the least amount of times is only accounting for a touchdown. And he's throwing multiple touchdowns and he's running for touchdowns.
And you add that on top of this is our first top 10 pick for quarterback in our franchise history. This is new to Vikings fans. This top 10 pick at quarterback. It's brand new. Has never happened. So you add that with what the stats are, people don't know what to think.
So here's the thing, guys, and I said this earlier in the show. My take on J.J. McCarthy was that this game we just saw versus the Cowboys is the first time he's looked like an NFL quarterback to me. Mm-hmm. Before that, he's had flashes, but he's had a lot of ugly too. But he looked like an NFL quarterback to me, and that's progression. So if he's progressing, that's all. Right now at this stage of the season, that's really all the 4 of us want, even Shaq, is we want him to progress. If he can continue to progress, okay. We're not going to just sit here and label him a bust like somebody in the comments section who he will not ever be able to win over. Something tells me, Drew, that if next year we went 12-5, just hypothetically, and we won a playoff game and he was doing well and you came back onto this show, you'd probably say, hey, I might not have been right about the guy. He showed me something. Mm-hmm. There's somebody in the comments section that would still call him a bust. That would come up with ways we won. We'd be without him.
We drafted him, and he has impressed me. I can definitely admit when I'm wrong. That's for sure.
I mean, Jackson Dart's putting up.
I did want to ask you guys about Jackson Dart because you're talking about our young quarterback and you're down on him. You guys are up on Jackson Dart?
I'm up on Jackson.
Like I mean, Jackson Dart's putting up these kind of ungodly statistics too, like you mentioned when it comes to McCarthy
like 2
with
wins.
First, besides the winning, obviously, but he's putting up these pretty amazing statistics when it comes to first rookie quarterback to do this, and this. And I'm shocked by all these stats that I read, obviously. So again, like these guys are breaking records every single year. So I try not to look too much into what guys are doing in terms of their first 5 or 6 career games. I'd like to see more and more and more. And I know this quick, we have to label these guys franchise quarterbacks, or we have to label them busts right away. We can't wait. We got to do it right away. And, there's a lot of Giants fans out there that are putting Jackson Dart on the pedestal and saying he's the next franchise quarterback. Again, I need to see more, but I am very impressed with the uncoachable type stuff that you just don't coach players. They either have it or they don't.
Yeah, I think he's got the potential to become elite is the way I always try to word it that way. I'm not saying he is elite. He's got the potential to become it. You see things. I mean, the way this kid navigates the pocket is insane. And, when I saw the film on him in Ole Miss, my biggest issue is the way he read the field. And watching him now as a Giant, I realized that's more what Lane Kiffin limited him to, what he could do. And unfortunately, when you're drafting a guy, and let's be honest, we all knew that the Giants were going to try to draft somebody in the first round for quarterback. It was the most obvious need on the roster amongst a bevy of other needs. But when you look at that, you go, you know what? I really needed a quarterback. Here's a guy who I'm going to probably have to pick in the late first round and trade up to get like we did. He's having trouble reading defenses. He's focusing on one specific receiver. He has not done that with the Giants at all. He really hasn't. What I do like, though, is Lane Kiffin did a great job in teaching him a lot of the mechanics and a lot of the stuff that a lot of these guys, frankly, come in a little rough on still. He still, I think, needs a little help with the deep ball. I think some of his deep balls have been definitely off the mark. Obviously, we have the issue of him taking way too many hits, but I think to a certain degree, it's overblown, and to a certain degree, it's not, because every single young quarterback doesn't have that time. And you guys can let us know if JJ's that way as well. But a lot of the young quarterbacks, they don't have that clock ticking in their head going, I got to release this ball, because you have more time in college than you have in the NFL.
Yep.
That's just life in the position. It's every time you move up a level, you have 1/4 of a second less, 1/2 of a second less. And Jackson Dart hasn't developed that. But he also, on top of that, has that aggression that he will fight for every goddamn yards like he's Cam Scatterbo. Like,
and
he's
that's
just
I follow a lot of high school football, and the year Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence were trading 1 and 2 back and forth as the number 1 quarterback recruit, it was based off athleticism.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart had a whole different ball game coming out of high school, and he became the number 3 recruit at quarterback into the college world, right? And Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin scooped him up because Lane Kiffin knew, because it was the way he read defenses. Everybody was saying, oh, he can't read defenses. No, he can read defenses. That's why he was recruited at number 3 quarterback in the nation. And it's crazy. Everybody was talking high hopes to Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. They were only talking his athleticism. Jackson Dart is not athleticism. He has it in his bag, but he has this. He has the quarterback mindset. He played through a pro style through high school. And I love all these guys saying quarterbacks through this college realm. Did you watch them in high school and how they grew up? Who do they bounce off of? Who are they competing with to be that number 1 recruit? And that's my biggest thing with Jackson Dart. I love Jackson Dart as a quarterback.
You know what the greatest thing is, finding out how he reads defenses. This is going to sound a little funny. You don't usually hear this for how a quarterback reads defenses. Watch when he runs. Mm-hmm. He's not a very fast guy. That's the weird thing. You see the yards, you see all that. You think this is like the next coming of Lamar Jackson. Like, he's not fast. What he does is he just threads the needle of defenders so well. He sees guys which way they're going to go, and he sees all that. And he just gets the most yards out of doing that. It's crazy. I haven't seen a guy navigate a defense like that running as a quarterback in a long time.
And they've taken away.
No, I won't say Daniel Jones. No, I don't want to. We don't want to even talk about.
No, look at Arch Manning. Look at Arch Manning. Arch Manning's athleticism in his game brought him to that number 1 recruit. Like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, athleticism.
Well, Trevor Lawrence, who was the hair that brought him to the number 1 recruit. Let's be honest. That's amazing locks he has.
What I'm impressed with, especially with Dart, is he's had 2 drives with Malik Neighbors, and he's had you strip away a top 5, arguably. I don't know how you guys feel on Neighbors, but a top 5 arguably receiver in this league already, and then you strip away what turned out to be the heart and soul for this team in Cam Scatterbo with that gruesome injury that he had. I mean, the guys he's throwing to when Darius Slayton is dropping ball after ball after ball. And your most reliable receiver is a Wan'Dale Robinson and a couple of tight ends. It's like, I'm not happy that these guys got hurt, but I'm also happy I'm watching Jackson Dart play with some of these guys that aren't Neighbors or Scatterbo.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sam Darnold took a sack. Hold on.
I just saw it. Yeah, Turner.
Now's the time to trade for him back.
Cody, would you trade JJ McCarthy for Jackson Dart, Cody?
No, I would not. I love Jackson Dart, all right, but I've already seen 2 games back-to-back with J.J. McCarthy in what we expected to have. Terrible defenses or not, I saw him adapting to a scheme. I've seen J.J. McCarthy adapt every single game going forward, all right? It just took coaching. Jackson Dart, I love Jackson Dart. I just don't think he protects himself very well, and I don't think he's going to move forward in this league until he learns to protect himself. I know the coaches are screaming at him, bro, slide, get the fuck out of bounds. You know, all those things. Like, as a quarterback, you're the franchise of you are the player of that franchise. You have to adapt to that situation, protect yourself. And I think that's what Jackson Dart doesn't do so well. He didn't do it so well at Ole Miss either. I mean, I love the competitiveness, hey, I want to run everybody over. I want to be that guy. I want to be Josh Allen. Well, you're not as big as Josh Allen. You're not Superman just yet. Calm it down and then develop your game going forward. And I'd rather have Jason McCarthy right now.
Shaq, Robbie wants me to ask somebody else. Would you trade JJ McCarthy for Jackson Dart, Shaq?
Hell no. I mean, I've seen very little of Jackson Dart at USC before Caleb Williams took his job. So that's all I need to know.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Drew, I see it all. I see it all over your face, Drew.
Listen, I know I'm biased. I'm a Giants fan, same as you guys are biased being Vikings fans. It is what it is, but I would definitely not take JJ over Jackson. And part of what it is again, I'm not trying to knock, I kind of ride the mill there with JJ to a certain degree there, but what it boils down to is look at what JJ's done with what he has. Compare the receivers alone for a second. Like we were saying a minute ago, Malik Neighbors out that first game he's starting. He's got Wan'Dale Robinson, who's just a freaking PPR machine. That's what he is. The guy gets like 6 yards a catch, and that's it. You got Darius Slayton, who's good at getting open down the field, but can't catch the ball very well. It's always been who he is. That's why he was a 5th-round pick. Fifth-round picks have flaws for a reason. That's why they're not first 2 days picks, Past that, you got Theo Johnson at tight end who's dropping balls left and right as well. I mean, there's no weapons. You guys could go ahead and put your 3rd receiver up, and it probably would become our 1st receiver.
Probably would. Jalen Nader's pretty good.
And that's not I trying to be like rude about it. It's just being the honest truth about it. JJ has a lot more weapons around him. Now, this is
his
not
number one weapon fails him.
1st-round quarterback. So I'm going to say it this way. Talk to me at the end of year 3. That's when I'll have established opinion.
Could you Vikings fans that? Vikings fans
yeah, right.
Hey, I'm with you there, Drew, because what I was gonna kind of say was, man, the Giants been fun to watch. Like, even if I haven't watched the games, I've seen enough. Like when the whole thing with Dart and Scatabo was kind of running wild. But even now, and it's in my thing, man, beware the Giants, they scrappy. Even without all that, they're in the damn games.
But Fish, were they more fun with Jackson Dart or with Jameis Winston?
Oh, well.
Remember, Jameis Winston has more receiving touchdowns than Jackson Dart. Just saying.
And Jalen Hyatt.
Keith, my answer to that question is simple. Yes. I'm just
so,
saying.
Mike, what do you think about these Viking fans that say they would not trade JJ McCarthy for Jackson Dart?
I think it's a personal preference. I think there is it's whatever you it's whatever you like. I think I can't definitively say there's not a little bit of bias in that based on seeing what Dart has done with so much less compared to what JJ McCarthy's done with so much more. JJ McCarthy's played what in his career? 7 or 8 games?
8 games. He's 4-4.
Just like Dart. So they're on their rookie year. And like Drew said, after year 3, or when you have to start paying these guys, everything's cute, everything's fun when they're making that rookie contract. But when you have to pay the quarterback and that cap number gets real fat, just like me, and you have to have the quarterback elevate the team instead of the team elevate the quarterback, which was clearly happening with Daniel Jones. And if you have to have the quarterback elevate, guys, if you're paying McCarthy $50 million, I think you're getting a lot more out of Jackson Dart if you were to pay Dart over McCarthy right now. But we have to wait a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunately, we have a year less.
Yeah.
That does suck.
He's a
All right,
red
Mike,
shirt.
I got an important question for you, buddy, before we move on with this conversation. I'm coming up to New York in March. Where do I need to go eat in the city?
Oh my God.
Sally's.
Anywhere.
Is y'all's first name Mike? I'm talking to the other fat kid on the show.
Dude, any pizzeria you come to in New York, it's just you're going to be.
You were going to go pizza.
Any pizzeria, you're not going to want to go back to Minnesota.
Bagels, I'm telling you, bagels.
Not even from Minnesota.
Sally's pizza.
Where are you guys all from? You're not all from Minnesota?
None of us are from Minnesota.
Jersey.
What the hell happened then? How did we get purple?
I'm from Iowa.
I couldn't root for the Giants or Jets because growing up for me, there was like nobody to really stick to. I'm a '90s baby, but I was not a big fan of Eli Manning playing because when he played the Vikings, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all familiar. He played better for us than he played for y'all.
Oh yeah.
And it's
I think we had the most
Eli
interceptions.
fan, you couldn't stand him watching Super Bowl, so you said, "Let me become a Viking fan. I'll never have to worry about watching my team win a Super Bowl." Then
I don't have to worry about watching us lose one either.
If I could ask a question for you guys, because I know, as you know, Drew's probably familiar with this. We hear it every single day when it comes to New York Giants stuff. In terms of your star players, right? Meaning Justin Jefferson, we hear it all the time now with Dexter Lawrence. How there's a big contingent of Giants fans that are ready to pull the cord on Dexter Lawrence and say, "Let's trade him in the offseason." Are you guys on that feel with anybody like a Justin Jefferson yet, or something like that?
No,
at this point, no. But when it came to signing Justin Jefferson or not, there was like, should we really make this guy the highest paid football player ever or highest paid non-quarterback ever, or should we see how much we can actually get in a trade for him? And me and Michael Fish over here, we were both on that camp that we should probably trade, because I didn't feel like it was smart to be making a wide receiver the highest paid player. I just don't think that's a position that you want to give that kind of money to. And I can't say to this point he's proven that theory wrong.
I can say that because he takes away so many brackets and double teams to where other receivers like Jalen Naylor.
We got so many playoff wins doing it.
Well, I don't care.
He's the Kirk Cousins of wide receivers.
Out. Without Justin Jefferson, JJ McCarthy is dog water. I'm going to say that right now.
Justin Jefferson has the least amount of catches out of any of our receivers with JJ McCarthy.
And the most amount of drops.
Jalen Naylor to score touchdowns. For a guy in the 7th round pick to score touchdowns, Justin Jefferson is the reason why Jalen Naylor is scoring touchdowns.
So if you take away Justin this is the guy that we're not taking over Jackson Dart. If we take away Justin Jefferson, that's it for JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, because I'm not going to the playoffs with Jackson Dart.
I mean, we still got Jordan Addison.
If all you have to do is take away Jefferson from the Vikings,
never touched 1,000 yards in his career.
Mike's about to make a point with you, Cody. And by the way, I do not endorse what he's saying, but get him, Mike.
No, I don't understand. Like, if we're Jackson Dart's playing clearly with the 6 of us and like 2 other guys at receiver, and JJ McCarthy's playing with an all-world top 1% wide receiver in football. If we take that away from him, basically what you're saying is we have to worry about how McCarthy could develop.
I'm just basically saying that no receiver, just like the Giants, will hit 1,000 yards this year.
Wandale Robinson's going to hit it.
Wandale's going to get there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Might barely, but he might get there.
He's at like almost 900 right now, right?
Yeah. I was just trying to understand the whole. That's why, like, because you said McCarthy over Dart, but
no, that is kind of
Wandale Robinson 882 yards so far in the season.
The blueprint that I don't want the Vikings to actually, I don't care if you guys follow.
I mean, is Wandale taking double coverages and brackets every single game?
They're not comparing.
I'm not comparing.
Bro. I'm just saying, like, we don't have 1,000-yard receiver either. So why are we adding Jackson Dart if he doesn't have 1,000-yard receiver right now either?
No, because you said you wouldn't trade McCarthy for Dart. Do you think Dart would benefit from having Justin Jefferson and find a way to get him the football?
No, because we tried giving Justin Jefferson the football and it ain't working because they're double bracketing him and then all that stuff.
I mean, other receivers in football find a way to make the impact
because they're not the all-world 1%.
I don't know.
What I'm saying?
Cody, I think what they're trying to say is Jackson Dart's been playing this whole season without his wide receiver 1, Malik Neighbors.
Correct.
JJ McCarthy has had his wide receiver 1, Justin Jefferson. And when you look at the success of both of these quarterbacks, they're saying it's a point towards Jackson Dart because he's been having the same basic level of success as JJ McCarthy without the weapons that JJ McCarthy's playing with. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, so does this mean like Justin Jefferson's never going to get the football the rest of his career if he's being double bracketed and covered? And
No, I think it's going to come down to timing and a full actual full offseason. The offseason starts in February. Everybody knows this. You don't have JJ McCarthy didn't touch the field until actually OTAs, and he wasn't even with the first when it came to OTAs right off the bat.
If we finish with the number 1 pick, do you want that for Justin Jefferson?
No.
In this
No.
draft?
No, I wouldn't even do it.
To get him a real quarterback?
No.
I'm actually the weirdest.
Wow. He's got a real quarterback. All right. I don't endorse what he's saying. I
No,
think
no,
that
I'm
JJ
kidding.
McCarthy, I don't think JJ McCarthy's success is going to hinge on Justin Jefferson. It should be more helpful than it's been to this point. JJ is obviously, I know it gets confusing with 2 JJs, but Justin Jefferson has been the most targeted wide receiver in this offense with JJ McCarthy, but he also has the least amount of catches and yards. So there is a disconnect between the two. Sometimes, JJ McCarthy's making a bad throw, but just Jefferson, uncharacteristically, he's got a lot of drops.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are going like full circle, like because we got the Dexter Lawrence conversation with us, where fans are like already giving up. There's none of you guys are willing to have that conversation.
No, I'll give you guys a first-round pick for Dexter Lawrence all day.
No, I'm good.
No, I need a little more.
So you guys wouldn't do it either.
I wouldn't get rid of Dexter Lawrence.
I wouldn't
me
either.
neither.
The thing for you guys is I think that wide receiver is one of the most overrated positions in all of football.
Amen,
That was my original point of saying why when we were talking about giving him the contract before we did, I was like, I wouldn't make him the highest paid player. I wouldn't do it.
Get me a quarterback and get me where I can control both lines of scrimmage. I'll win.
You don't want to follow what the Bengals are doing.
Wide receivers never get a ring.
See, and Mike, you make a good point. We don't want to follow what the Bengals are doing, and that's kind of the boat that we're kind of putting ourselves in with Jordan Addison, who's going to need to be paid after next season.
Yep.
I mean, can we follow what the Eagles are doing?
What, you want to just keep kicking the can down the road and eventually beat the New Orleans Saints?
Yeah, if I could
I
pick,
mean, they made the 2 Super Bowls, so.
if I could pluck that GM from Philly, I don't want anybody in Philly to hear this. If I could pluck that GM from Philly, I would do it in 2 seconds.
I don't think anybody's going to fault you for saying that. But speaking of GMs, how do you guys feel about Dable being let go and your GM still has a job?
Depends on what happens at the end of the offseason.
Were you good with Dable being let go?
I was very good with it.
I was too.
I'd be very good if Joe Shane's also let go as well. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't Dable that fixed Josh Allen. It was not Dable. I know.
I've been saying that all along. Look at the tenure of Brian Dable in the NFL. He was a coordinator in Miami. He was a coordinator in Kansas City. He was a coordinator in Cleveland. I mean, granted, we're not talking offensive juggernaut teams, obviously, but maybe one quarterback he developed in those places.
Big old blanks.
Yep.
Is the
why all of a sudden
it depends who you talk to, because some people do give him credit for Josh Allen. Cody doesn't, but some people do.
I don't.
I mean, I think he had to have I'm not saying I agree with Cody. Like, I don't give Brian Dable the full blown, but he had to have a little bit of a credit coaching Josh Allen up. Not like 10%.
Has Josh Allen slid without him?
Not even close. No, he's been better.
What, you think because he goes away, you forget what you learned?
No, I know who the guy
Sam Darnold's doing pretty good up in Seattle right now.
I know who. It was
he's not there.
The Bills. Who's that quarterback? He's the quarterback recruiting guy for the UFL right now. That was Josh Allen's quarterback coach. Who's that guy? That's the guy that you.
Oh, the guy who was like, remember the video of him flipping out and like throwing his headset.
Yes, that guy. That's the guy that developed Josh Allen. It wasn't.
He was almost our offensive coordinator too,
according to Cody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people closer to the situation give it credit to Dable, but I was just wondering, as Giant fans, how you guys felt about him. I know he was just coach of the year a couple years ago. That wears off pretty quick.
Dable's not a head coach. Here's the problem: is basically when things are going well, he's good.
Yep.
When things aren't going well, he gets too emotional. He also blames his coaches instead of having any accountability for the players whatsoever. And that's a problem. And, we heard about the news, obviously. I don't know how much it traveled to you guys, with Abdul Carter being late to meetings and him being out 2 games for, 1-for-1 drive, 1-for-1 quarter. The rumor is that was happening all year long. I've heard both sides of the story as far as that. But there's a lot of rumblings coming out more and more about Brian Dable just coddling players. And that doesn't work, especially when you're losing. You got to be man up and say, listen, you suck right now. And you're part of why we suck. Let's change this.
I haven't heard about the coddling, but I have heard the problems with Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like watching anime during a team meeting or something?
Yes, there was a whole
He
rumor
was sleeping.
They said he was watching
That
porn.
was fake. That was fake. He was not watching.
Okay.
I thought he was sleeping.
So he in the Hard Knocks, if you watch that, it looked like he was sleeping when Kafka was trying to like get the whole team pumped up.
Mm-hmm.
That man has no ability to pump anyone up whatsoever. He might as well be given a free adrenaline shots before the game, trying to get people pumped up. It's a better shot than that. My God, it's horrible. Just cursing randomly, thinking that hypes people up. That guy's definitely not going to be a head coach either.
Oh, so he's not going to keep the job?
He will not keep the job. Honestly, if I have my way, there's a decent chance you guys are looking for a new defensive coordinator and his lawyer's getting a nice big fat payday.
Oh, you think Brian Flores is you guys' next head coach?
He's suing us right now is the problem.
Besides that,
Problem for everybody.
He's suing the league.
He's suing the league and he's suing the Giants. They're also listed as a defendant in there. But listen, lawsuits go away sometimes in these scenarios, and a fat check goes over, the other side of the table, and next thing you know, it's all good.
Oh yeah. Here it is, right here. Okay, if you have to develop Josh Allen, would you take Brian Dable? Do you think he was once a quarterback? Or would you take Jordan Palmer, who was once a quarterback? That's Carson Palmer's brother, by the way.
Wait,
Who
I'm sorry.
developed Josh Allen? Who developed Josh Allen? Honestly, who developed Josh Allen?
You have to ask Josh Allen.
Diggs?
Was it a quarterback?
Stephon Diggs?
Was it a quarterback or was it a fat ball dude?
It was Stephon Diggs.
Are you saying that Andy Reid can't develop quarterbacks then? He's a fat
That's
ball
what he's
dude.
saying. That's
No,
what he's
I know
saying.
who Andy Reid had as under his coaching staff to develop that.
No, I'm saying Andy Reid developed Donovan McNabb and Patrick Mahomes.
And Kevin Cobb.
How about Mike McCarthy developing Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, nah.
Nah, he never played quarterback. He didn't do that.
Yeah, he can't do that.
So you guys both started being, lifelong, both started being Giants fans in the 90s.
I'm an old guy, so I'm in the 80s.
Wait, how old is an old guy?
I was born 82, so
was I. I'm not an old guy.
I hate to break it to you, ask the young guy.
Well,
Yeah,
I got you by a little bit, buddy.
You never hear a 30-year-old say it. It's always the 40-year-old saying that.
My 26-year-old daughter says I'm not old.
Yeah.
oh, that's nice.
Is that after she asked for something or beforehand?
Well, it's Christmas time.
She's actually married and not my problem.
There you go.
Kids are a lifetime sentence, Keith.
Not while she's still married.
Yeah, I just said my mama list.
That sounded very optimistic. Hold on. Let's stop that for a second. That sounded very optimistic. Not while she's still married.
This is a different show.
So I'm a little older. I'm 54. And do you have any recollection of Joe Morris?
Of course.
I grew up in the Air, Massachusetts. That's where he graduated from high school at. So, yeah.
Like I said, I remember the 80s. I don't remember them as well as I do the 90s just because of the age where I'm at. But, I remember the Rose Bowl. I remember, the Elway and Phil Simms matchup, one of the best Super Bowls also ever. It's crazy because the Giants, again, we won 4 Super Bowls. But if you think about it, those are like some of the best Super Bowls ever. The Rose Bowl game with John Elway and Phil Simms both throwing what was a ridiculous completion percentage, especially for that era. Then you got the wide right game against the Bills, and then the 2 Patriot wins. Absolute amazing Super Bowls.
And as bad as it's been recently, we have a Super Bowl in every decade since the 80s.
Yes.
So you would think it was bad. We still have 5 years to keep that streak alive.
So my favorite Giant of all time is actually Mark Bavaro.
Oh, yeah.
Because of one play. He caught that touchdown where he literally landed on the crown of his head and finished the game. And nowadays they'd just be out. I mean, they'd be out on IR.
Honestly, the doctors are probably taking him out.
Yeah, I mean, he was just a really tough son of a gun.
He's paying for it now, though. Still,
yeah, I bet he is.
He is.
My guy was Shockey coming up when I was growing up.
Jeremy.
Jeremy Shockey.
Who's your favorite Viking, Mike?
My favorite Viking. Oh my God.
So many, right?
Randy Moss. I mean, he was the most exciting.
That's an easy one.
See, maybe I'm showing my age. Mine's his mentor, Chris Carter.
Chris Carter.
Yeah,
The way that guy just like the toes right on the sidelines like a freaking magician. It was amazing the way he played the game.
I mean, former Giant great Kevin Rudolph is on that list as well.
Kyle, yeah.
Kyle Rudolph.
And his sister, Liz Frank.
Who? Oh,
Liz Frank.
Liz Frank.
Kevin Rudolph. I think he's a singer, actually. Are you guys okay? Because we're in shambles right now. I need the GM gone after this year. Are you guys good with the head coach?
Yes.
For now.
The fan base is kind of going
Like
both
split?
ways with KOC. It's kind of split, which is kind of crazy because he's done mostly a good job. It's just, I guess, after coming off a 14-win season and then, saying that this quarterback was ready to go and we missed the playoffs after we actually had a really good free agency, it's kind of rubbed some fans the wrong way. But no, he's a good coach. We're glad to have him. GM, on the other hand, we'd like to see him go.
Is it safe to say that the last year for you guys was kind of like 2022 for us? Like you had a better year than you probably should have, and that kind of created higher expectations than you should have for what you have?
That's been every year since under the KOC era.
I mean, 2022 was that for us too. I mean, we weren't an 11-win team. Like,
yeah, but you guys, that's right. You guys were like us. You won close games.
Yeah,
and against bad teams.
Yeah, well, no, but I'm saying just in general, like you guys won.
And I think we had the most.
Let's go. Seattle's done. Darnold's ass.
Who could just
get a chance?
Over. Game over. It's over. All right, Sam.
Don't they get a chance?
Yeah, they get a chance, but I don't care about it.
Those jerseys are. What do you like these Seattle?
They look like the Oregon Ducks.
I don't like
the Oregon Ducks.
I like
the helmets are cool. The helmets are legit, but everything else is garbage. Puka.
I like your guys' Blitzer uniforms, whatever they call them. Those white ones you guys had.
The Warrior.
Oh, there's no
wearing those.
There's no bias.
On Christmas.
No bias. The Giants have the best color rush jerseys in the entire NFL.
The all red.
I hate our color rush.
I just want the old school helmets.
Yeah, I do.
The Giants across them.
The leather ones.
No, it said Giants.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, that's your Super Bowl team right there.
Oh, we got Super Bowls with Eli with the NY too. That was also the old school one. We wore
before the Giants to the line.
Yeah,
the '60s one.
Back in the
Are you guys rooting for a loss tomorrow on Sunday?
100%.
I want Dart to play well, and I want us to lose. Yeah.
See, these guys get it. They get it.
I get it. We're going to go in the game. We're going to watch it.
Right, but they're still in contention for the number one pick.
We have it.
We're never in contention for that.
We don't need to know.
Right, so you're in contention for it. I mean, that could change on Sunday. We're in contention for like the 9th or the 13th pick. Like
that's like that. Okay, you Shaq puts fucking 10 legs on a parlay, and he's like, I want my quarterback to play well, but I want us to lose. Like if your quarterback plays well, you win the game. I don't get
Kirk Cousins always played well, and we still lost.
As a Giant fan, I can assure you the quarterback can play well, and you can still lose the game.
Yeah,
you're going to see how bad our defense is on Sunday. I'm telling you, you're going to see how bad this defense is.
Or the Giants can own the number one pick, and Drew Lock could go for 5 total touchdowns and cost us Jaden Daniels and Drake May.
Give me the last game. Give me the last game that Jackson Dart played well, and you guys lost.
Would that be
let's see. I would not say last week. That's for sure. I thought he missed, especially late in the game. I thought he missed some late throws. I won't give you that one.
He was playing well in Chicago till he went out.
Yeah, he definitely was.
But you guys would have won that game if he kept in.
If I had going into the fourth quarter, I think we were up. I think we win that game. We were up.
Yeah, he didn't play great against the Patriots. That's for sure. So yeah, I'll give you the same thing. Bears.
But he would have. So he didn't play well against the Patriots. Okay, but he would have. If he would have stayed in the game, you guys would have won. So give me a game.
Hopefully.
So the real question is that if you guys end up with pick 2 or 3, Do you just go ahead and take Fernando Mendoza?
No in hell.
No.
I trade him back as best I can. Trading back.
But my point is proven.
What's the point?
The point is, give me a game. Jackson Dart.
You said the Bears,
guys. The Bears, the 33-15 game. No, he went out. You guys would have won that game if you'd have stayed in.
But you asked what game you played in well, not what game did he complete.
Oh, give me that too.
What the last one?
Because I know Jay McCarthy has completed games.
I could bet. I don't know what I could bet, but I would go under the assumption you're not this big a McCarthy fan going into the draft when he was getting picked.
Yes, I was. I had him at.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
you called me out.
Hey.
I was not.
Wait,
we were. I mean,
how much we bet?
He was my number 3 quarterback.
This is my number 2 behind. It went May, McCarthy, Williams, then Daniels.
How much we bet?
Daniels was going to get hurt. I thought Daniels was going to get hurt, and it proved me right.
So he was my 3.
My
Jake
QB5.
was my QB1, but I knew we couldn't get to him. And then I had Penix number 2 and McCarthy number 3.
I didn't have Penix. I knew he's going to get hurt too. He has so many injuries.
And you know what? McCarthy's gotten hurt. So,
yep.
He was my QB5, if I'm being honest. It was a toss-up between him and Spencer Rattler.
Someone in the chat actually had Michael Pratt above McCarthy.
Wow.
I don't know who that was.
Here we go. Here's the reaction.
Is there any sound? I don't think we can get sound.
Fuck out of here, you fake ass fucking fans. Fuck out of here.
To the offense that we could see from a quarterback. So it's kind of like, at least we didn't trade up for him.
See, Shaq didn't like it.
Like top 5. At least we didn't go up 2 first.
Hey, Shaq.
Give him the 5th.
Shaq, are you watching NFL Network right now?
I'm on ESPN.
The NFL Network compared him to C.J. Stroud.
They also compared him to Alex Smith.
I'll take that too.
I'm hearing some anger in Dylan's voice, so I need to
pissed,
hear from you,
bro.
Dylan.
I'm fucking pissed. Bro, we're hyped about a dude that was compared to Alex Smith, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I want to hear why you're pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm pissed.
Come on.
So yeah, Shaq wasn't. Cody was happy. I was happy. That wasn't the reaction I was looking for, but I can't find it.
I'll take your word for it that you're happy.
You're looking for this.
Yeah.
6'7" before 6'7" was.
I mean, we were also happy about getting Dallas Turner too. Like neither one of
6'7"
panned out to what we had hoped for at that, but yeah.
Oh, Turner's still young. You never know.
Turner,
He's the same age as McCarthy.
can we give that to McCarthy too?
Yeah,
I was
He's
gonna say,
the
I
same
told you, 3 years. That's what and again, he didn't play all last year, so I'm counting this as his rookie season. So ask me in 2 years, and that's what I'll have a better established opinion on.
And I think the quarterback win-loss thing is a little overrated. I mean, can I get Jackson Dart a top 20 defense, and he'd probably have 8 wins right now?
Yeah, I'll give you the same wins as McCarthy.
Yeah, I wish he had the surrounding cast as McCarthy too. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at what we've done since he's been there, we had the Broncos.
Thank you, Robbie.
Historic. Like literally had never been done in history. Broncos broke the record for scoring the most points in the fourth quarter after being shut out the first 3. Absolute insane. We got the Bears game. We should have won that one. We got the Commanders game this past week. We should have won that one. There's so many games we should have won. And a lot of these games came down to the fact that the defense could not do what the defense had to do. And no, it's not badass. It's just bad and it's ass.
It's not Dart's fault either that my GM can't dress a proper kicker.
Yep.
What's going on with your kicking situation? I know you guys just let Young Wei Koo go, but what was going on with your other? There's something funky going on with your main kicker.
So Graham Gano is injured, which is pretty much where he's been the last 3 years at this point here. So
maybe you guys just sign him to an extension.
Salt in the wound there.
Your wound. What the hell?
I'm just asking. I'm trying to understand.
Why'd you remind us?
Seriously.
They signed him to an extension. He's got next year. If he gets cut this offseason, they could save $4.5 million. If they don't cut him, I'm going to put my face through the wall and save that money.
Offseason though. So
who's your guys' kicker this week?
Now Ben Sauls, who was a UDFA out of Pittsburgh this past year, spent time with the Steelers and the Falcons both in their practice squad. He's probably going to be the kicker, barring any kind of last-minute signing. Don't go. Ooh, we suck no matter what at kicking. Don't you worry.
Oh no, I was reading the chat.
But, okay. I was gonna say, did you see Koo literally kick the ground a couple weeks ago against the Patriots?
Yeah, that was a holder's fault.
I know it was, but it's still hilarious. It was like a Charlie Brown. Like that pretty much sums up our whole season right there.
I don't know what happened to Koo. He used to actually be a good kicker.
I've always said it. Kickers are like closers in baseball. They just lose it. Something happens, they mentally just lose it. And once they lost it, they ain't getting it back.
But for some reason, this GM can't find one. The Giants have had the lowest kicking percentage of made field goal kicks over the last 3 seasons.
Yep.
50+ yards. I think we're like so many percentage points behind the second to last place team. We can't figure out the kicking situation.
When's the last time you guys drafted one?
We don't try to fix the kicking situation. That's the biggest problem. It is
when you draft one, it works.
They get it healthy.
I would love for them to just take a 4th-round pick this year and go get the best kicker in college
you
football.
Can do it. You can do it in the 6th. And get
or Janikowski it and take him with the 1st pick.
No, God, no. First overall pick kicker.
You know something? Let me just tell you something, guys. With as many games are won and lost off the foot of a kicker, the level of disrespect they get when it comes to using draft capital on them is remarkable.
Yep,
it is.
I mean, because honestly, you could get a kicker undrafted.
We can get a kicker right now that's just walking the streets and probably better than what we have.
Oh, they're going. Hey, the Seahawks are going for 2 to try to win this thing.
Oh yeah, GSN scored the touchdown. That's all I needed for the fucking fantasy and MVFU. Let's go.
Well, the thing is, though, Shaq, is you could draft one in, say, the 4th round instead of getting a linebacker who can't even get off of special teams. I mean, let's get you a special teams player that can win you some football games.
Oh, I totally agree.
There's a kicker coming fresh out of the massage parlors over the last year that might be available next year.
No, I don't want nothing to do with him.
Is he relaxed?
He's very relaxed.
Depends on how good the massage parlors are in New York.
I don't know. Those massage parlors weren't working
because they got the win. The Seahawks won.
He wasn't playing that good.
Oh no, that was a replay. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, I was like, damn, I'm way behind because they haven't even got out the huddle yet.
I just turned this. They were showing a replay of it. Otherwise, I just saw somebody catch the ball in the end zone. Sorry, my bad. What I get for multitasking.
Yeah, we can all watch this play. It's fine.
I just want to see Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl.
That's crazy. Like, just go get a Seahawk jersey, bro.
Get a Seahawks jersey? Nah. I had to hear all this Sam Darnold slander last year.
Bro, they are never going to run this play. They are never going to run this play.
They got to run this play. They have to. It's 3 minutes left in the game. Next point score.
Oh, no, they're just doing timeout because this is the last play no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what, they got to run this play.
If the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, I'm flying to Seattle and partying with E.
And you're sticking a fucking Cam Chancellor.
Why would E be partying if the Seahawks win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Because I know there's gonna be parties going on in Seattle, and
E is a diehard Vikings fan.
Yeah.
He will not be
celebrating
partying
another team's Super Bowl.
It's called pre-gaming. You pre-game watching the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl. So when we win a Super Bowl, before we turn 80, we at least get to enjoy partying. Because I'm not going to party when I'm 80 years old.
Mike and Drew, Shaq has a higher allegiance to USC players than he does the Vikings teams.
You got it.
Darnold wins it.
Got it. They got it. Seahawks win.
Good job.
What does that do for our team's playoffs hopes?
Playoffs? It's been dead.
Hey, does that increase our comp pick?
You keep doing it.
That increase your Seahawks fandom or the Minnesota Vikings fandom?
Playoffs? I just hope it's a game.
That would be a nice NFC title game.
Could be. For some reason, I don't know, man. The 49ers might be there, and I really did not expect the 49ers to be good this year. It's crazy.
Wait, Shanahan, if he doesn't win Coach of the Year this year, there's something wrong.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
Well, the
their game
49ers,
plan is
yeah,
pretty simple.
definitely deserves it.
Their game plan is pretty simple. Hand the ball to McCaffrey. Find a way to get McCaffrey the ball.
You don't know about Juwan Jennings.
He's like Jalen Naylor.
He's over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Jalen Naylor was on the 49ers, he would have 1,000 yards.
Yeah, Coach.
Emiliano, are you celebrating this victory, E? Shaq said you would be.
Returning up, E.
Pause. Jay Vikings. I've hardly said a word about this game. I'm not barely paying attention to this game. I'm not sure what you're saying.
You and Cody look an awful lot alike.
Yeah, I said this is game over. I thought the Rams were going to dominate this game. The defense for the Seattle Seahawks is pretty fucking good ass defense. Sam Darnold threw 2 picks here. He's second, I guess. You got a Jameis Winston with a good defense. You have Jameis Winston with a good defense.
But he's also this like a top 5 scoring offense. I mean, yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not a top 5 scoring offense.
Let me see here.
It definitely is.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah, because not Puka Nacua. JSN is leading the league in receiving yards.
28.9 points per game, 5th in the NFL.
5th. Oh, okay.
That'd
But
be top 5.
they're also what?
Cody, that they're the number 1 seed right now. Is what they are.
Yeah,
they are. They are.
That'd
be awesome. Hey, at least they can get out of the first round with Sam Darnold.
Is this a Darnold thing?
It is a Darnold.
No, it's just.
Oh, it's not a Darnold thing. I already know.
Cody, can you point to me on the doll where Darnold hurt you?
Last year. Last year when we lost to the Seahawks and Lions. It's crazy we only lost to 2 teams last year, but everybody hates Sam Darnold.
Nobody hates Sam Darnold, bro.
Good job.
Nobody
Seahawks
hates
won this game without
Cody
Devontae
hates him.
Adams. Cool.
I can tell, like
Man,
Cody hates him, like he
hold
owes
on,
him $20
I gotta
20
pull
years
up.
ago.
Like, I've already explained why we didn't keep Sam Darnold. We did try to keep Sam Darnold, and we all would have been cool with Sam Darnold coming back for 1 more year and JJ McCarthy being the quarterback 2 during this season. But we weren't going to sign him to a $100 million deal.
But you guys did admit that you put Sam Darnold and Super Bowl in the same sentence. You were like, no.
It's possible.
Hey guys, I got a great idea.
Okay. That's
Drew and Mike, can you give us as non-Giants fans, can you give us a Giants player that we maybe wouldn't have heard of that we should keep our eye on that might make an impact in this Sunday's game?
I got one, but I'll let you go first if you got one.
You can go first.
So I don't know how well he's known yet as far as this, but I just have a feeling that Tyrone Tracy's gonna have
Tyrone Tracy, I knew it.
I really think he's gonna have a good game in this because you guys have an elite pass defense. Your rush defense, is it's above average, but it's not nearly as good as you are against the pass. And I just think that in order to beat you guys, it's going to have to be a really good rushing offense for the Giants. Now, I'm hoping you guys stop the rush offense so we keep our number 1 pick, but that's kind of the blueprint of what I see. Because let's be honest, you guys have a good pass rush, and it's all around. It's not like you have like a Brian Burns like we have. You got like 5 or 6 guys that are getting to the quarterback, and then on top of that, you have pretty good corners as well. On top of that, so we don't have good receivers.
We're basically screwed.
You see our corner. Don't give me that look, Keith. I'm telling you. You wait till you see our corners on Sunday. You're like, oh my God, it could be.
That's fine. Wait till you see ours like for a full game.
Wait.
I mean, Isaiah Rodgers, he's a good starting cornerback. Byron Murphy Jr. not so much, and he's paid a lot of money. We only have 3 cornerbacks on our roster. 3.
That's 3 more than we have.
No, but 3 like on the roster. Not saying they're good.
Oh, okay.
Like
we have guys that are on the roster.
It's get the pressure there, or we're toast.
Trust me, this offensive line is actually better than it's been the last couple of years, and that's the weird part. We have this stigma because the Giants' offensive line has been so horrible for so long. This offensive line is playing like it hasn't played in 15 years. I'm telling you, it's that good right now.
So Tyrone Tracy, all right. if that's who we need to worry about, then as somebody who doesn't want to win this game, I feel pretty good about it. What about you?
I love Tyrone Tracy because I had him for fantasy for the past 2 years because he's a receiving back. He's
he was a wide receiver until his last 2 years of college.
Yeah. He kept me alive in some games. He fumbles a lot though. That's my biggest issue with Tyrone. And I had him because of the PPR leagues I've been in fantasy.
Yeah. You'll actually see short yardage situations, goal line situations, or we're deep in our side of the field. They'll put Devin Singletary in because they don't trust Tyrone Tracy.
That's 100%.
He hasn't had the fumble issues this year that he had last year.
Yeah, that's true. He hasn't.
And you can't get over it if you don't give him the goddamn chance to do it. What are we losing here? What we're risking?
That's why you put Cam Scatterboot in front of Tyrone. Tyrone had a magnificent last year besides the fumbles. Like he had a good year last year.
Yeah.
So Shaq, you got a Viking that maybe they haven't heard of that they should keep their eyes out for this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with reliable Eric Wilson, the linebacker. We got him as a free agent last year, and he's probably been one of our better signings in the offseason. And he always just shows up. He's playing like he's playing like a top 15 linebacker on a bad defense.
You guys familiar with Eric Wilson?
I am.
Yes.
He's one of the guys got to watch out for the pass rush too.
Yes, sir. What about you, Mike? You got a giant for us?
Just stick with the guy I had high hopes for coming out of Penn State. Theo Johnson he's been up and down throughout this season with the drops, but I think him and Jackson Dart they're just like a few weeks away from just gaining that connection. It's just all a matter of Theo Johnson catching the football. That's going to separate him from becoming a top-tier tight end in this league. So Theo Johnson would be the guy. 6'4", 6'5".
Theo's got a little bit of a drop problem because I remember early on in the season his name was kind of popping up. I think he had a big game, and people were kind of gravitating towards him. But the last 6-7 weeks, I really haven't heard the name.
I just want to say 6'7" again. I'm on to you,
bro. We're old. We don't do that.
Cody did it before.
Cody's not old. Cody's not old. We're 82. He's like 92.
I'm 34. Yeah.
71.
I feel like I'm 71. Yeah, Theo Johnson though, his issue basically, like you said, it's the drops. He's always open though. He finds a way open. He's really good at that part of it. Just get the damn hands going, and he'd be like, I'm telling. I don't want to sit there and say he's going to be like the second coming of Kelsey or Tony Gonzalez or one of the all-time greats or something like that. But I think he's got abilities for like T.J. Hawkinson, like when he was in his prime part. I think that's legit. I think Dallas Goedert, like that kind of player. I think that's where
pretty damn good.
No, but I'm saying I try to level myself out. I'm not trying to say he's going to be all pro, amazing, like the best in his position. But I think he's
not Kyle Rudolph, but Dallas Goedert.
Or Chris Cooley. Y'all remember him? Chris Cooley.
He's better than Cooley. I'm telling you.
What's his name? Conklin?
Tyler Conklin.
Tyler Conklin.
That feels disrespectful.
Cody, who you got for a Viking?
So my Viking is going to be the second running back in our team. It's going to be Jordan Mason. The Giants are the second worst fantasy team in the league right now, giving up points scored to running backs, and I think the low key guy is going to be Jordan Mason. I think he scores 2 touchdowns this game.
We're not the worst. Who's worse than the Giants?
I don't know. I know you're second worst. I got Jordan Mason on my fantasy team.
So I can tell you, we've had games. Literally, the Eagle game comes to mind. They took Barkley out because he got so many yards. They
we
put
took Barkley out too,
and he got over 100 yards as well against us in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
We are like the worst rushing defense in the entire league.
But you guys put up points.
We do and we don't. It's weird because we'll go through a stretch we really don't, and then all of a sudden put up like 30 points.
Yeah, I got Kirk.
What was that, sorry?
I said, yeah, I got Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins? No. We avoided that mistake.
Yeah, I wish we did too.
The stats. Okay, so I got a guy for you guys to watch out for. He's going to help us out a lot in the run game, and he's just really sneaky in that pass game too, and that's Josh Oliver.
Oh, I thought you were going CJ Ham.
No, I've given him enough love this episode.
You have.
Josh Oliver, when he's been real clutch receiving, and he's been doing a great job in the run blocking too. You'll see he's big as a house. I call him the house with legs. So you'll see him. You'll see him on the screen. You can't help it.
Are we on Fox tomorrow? I would assume so. I just feel like
Josh. I don't think they're putting it on any station. I think you have to stream it.
Yeah, just New York and Minnesota.
We're going to be on ESPN 24.
I feel like I can already see the name Oliver pop. You know when they put the whole touchdown graphic up with the guy's face and the name.
Oh yeah,
I see it over. I see Oliver across my screen.
Go ahead, go put money on it.
I might have to pop something in there. I don't know.
I'd be careful with our kicking situation, though. I did hear that Ray Finkel is a free agent.
Are you guys going to sign him by Sunday?
It's not only our run defense. The tackling for the Giants has been atrocious as well. So it's like you guys will think that you got first and 10 at the Giant 21. You'll see a guy like Jordan Mason run 11 yards. You'll think the play's over. You might turn around to sip your drink, grab a chip or grab something, and then you look back up and he's celebrating in the end zone because the Giants missed 2 or 3 tackles.
Yep,
it's happened countless amount of times this year.
3 or 4 guys missed the tackle.
I've seen that with us because maybe it's the same reason, but I feel like our guys, they go more for the strip.
No,
all of a sudden the guy breaks away,
and they're not physical. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah,
they just kind of go, oh no, I didn't quite get you. Oh no, how'd you slip?
Hey, you
through
guys want to know a Viking stat of all Viking stats for this season?
Go for
Our
it.
kicker has only missed 2 field goals, and that's because both times he kicked the wire for a camera.
Our kicker missed 2 field goals last week
because he kicked the ground.
No,
that was 2 weeks ago.
Speaking of kickers, y'all can have our old kicker, Parker Roma. I believe he's a free agent.
Bring him in. We'll take him.
We'll take anybody at this point.
He beat us when we played the Falcons.
Nothing. Our kicker situation. Our guy gets hurt during warm-ups.
Yes.
Who you got, Keith?
Oh, you already know. It's Jalen Redmond. Jalen Redmond's good for a sack and a tackle for loss on the defensive line. You guys are probably familiar with him by now, but probably never heard the name before this season.
No. He's kind of popped up big time this year.
Yeah. So
sure
I think he will pop up in this game. So I think he'll get a sack and he'll have a tackle for loss on Tyrone Tracy, I'll say.
So his best spot is going to the left guard spot.
So shooting to the left. Yeah. Who's your left guard?
John Rondon Jr. is definitely the weak point of that line.
Oh, really?
John Rondon
how's your line overall?
We overpaid him like crazy because we just needed an offensive line. He was a very good pass blocker. He was a horrendous run blocker in Green Bay, but he was an above average pass blocker.
Dad's Hall of Famer. I'm paying you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. And before I get you out of here, let's go ahead and make some score predictions. I have a feeling this might be really interesting with you guys not wanting to win, but let's go ahead and do it. Shaq, what do you got?
My score prediction is 28-21. Giants win. SKOL.
I want to be surprised, but as a Viking fan, I can't be because I can see us coming out and doing that, and I can see us talking crap about Jackson Dart, and then Jackson Dart lighting us up. So I want to be mad at Shaq for doing that right now, but I really can't. And yes, Norris, I found a couple Giants fans. Cody, what do you got?
I got Minnesota winning 24-10. I think our defense is way good, and I think Brian Flores is going to confuse Jackson Dart coming to this game like we did CJ Stroud last year. I don't think Jackson Dart is going to have the capabilities at a pro level trying to stop this B-flow defense. And I also got 3 touchdowns from 3 different receivers in this game from the Minnesota Vikings.
You're going to piss them off and make them pick their own team.
24-10 is not that. It's the under still. You're still into the under.
All right. Well, I also have the Minnesota Vikings win this game by a score of 31-17. Go ahead, Drew.
I'm going to say Vikings win 27-24.
Oh, close one.
Giants, I'm telling you, look at the schedule we've had this year. We always are close. We always just we're winning, and then we just F it up in the fourth quarter. What we do.
It's good for us.
All right. Lower screen, Mike, what do you got?
I'll go Vikings 31-20 in this one. I don't think we're going to be able to. It's just going to be the same old, same old. I think we go up 7-0, as we've done a lot this year. We think we're going to win this game. We get excited, and ultimately the Vikings just kind of take over the game, run the football down our throats, and 31-20. I'll go Vikings.
All right.
With a mixed extra point as well.
You sound like us talking about kickers, except we actually I'm not gonna say anything. All right. Michael Fish.
Darrisaw's out, Metellus is out, Bernard is out. Minnesota Vikings are going to win 18-14.
I think I'd rather lose. I mean, I want to win the game, but if it's going to be 18-14, I'd just rather lose.
6 field goals.
Okay, that's how. That's how. I was trying to find how to come up with the number 18.
That's not good for JJ McCarthy then.
It could get us in scoring position.
And we just don't capitalize.
I don't like it. All right, fellas. Well, thank you for joining us. I know it's getting late for you guys on the East Coast. Drew, part of the Two Giant Goofballs podcast. And we got Mike from the Pudgy Boys Sports Talk. Drew, I already followed you guys. Mike, do you guys have a YouTube channel?
We do, yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure that
Pudgy Boys was started with me and a friend of mine, but I'm keeping the title to honor him as he quit with my.
Damn! All right.
So it's just.
Well, I will subscribe to your channel, and we'll stay in touch. In the off season, we'll link back up and just look at how each other teams are doing, and maybe talk some draft stuff.
Draft talk.
Yeah, we'll talk smack to whoever won and got the worst draft pick because of this. We're worried about next week, to be honest. We're already looking at next week. This is that trap game for us. We're worried about potentially beating the Raiders and losing our first overall pick.
Oh my gosh.
We are the opposite trap.
The pressure
is
is
reverse
on.
trap game.
That's like that is like
game.
the battle for the first overall pick potentially. That game literally might determine it.
And the Raiders are bad.
Yes, they are.
Bad.
Yes, they are.
I agree with that comment, by the way.
But we are looking right now at, and most Giant fans will tell you we want to trade with our crosstown compadres there with the Jets because they literally have 2 first-round picks this year and 3 the next year.
And that
This
Colt
is gonna
pick,
be
Is it fun picking top 5 often? Is that fun?
when you hit, yeah.
It's fun around draft time because it gives us something to talk about.
But then, like, when you're doing it again, like a year later, like, it's like, oh no, this again.
Now.
He said it correct. When you hit, he said it correct.
When you get Evan,
if you're hitting, you shouldn't be doing it again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Here's the problem: I hit. Joe Shane doesn't hit.
That's how I feel.
That's
I
fair.
hit, but Rick Spillman and Quasi don't hit.
Just
Then
2
why
words for you.
wish for it?
Eric Gray. 2 words for you, Eric Gray.
Eric Gray? Is that the
Yeah.
linebacker?
That's the running back.
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay. Now I'm thinking of.
Last 3 years, that's one of our kick returners.
So literally, the Giants drafted him, and Joe Shane literally said in a interview that he drafted him because he needed a kick returner, and there was a run on kick returners, and he just took him because he saw him kick return in the past in college. Meanwhile, he fumbles more often than he actually runs with the ball.
We saw Joe Shane's kid have more knowledge than him when it comes to the draft.
Well, in all fairness, anybody would have taken Jaden Daniels if they could have.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't win at the end of the year.
That's like someone suggesting that we go ahead and trade for Josh Allen.
We're a Drew Lock game away from having Drake May on our team.
Yeah,
Well, no,
we was.
Drew Lock was last year. We would have had Cam Ward.
We're Drew. You know what? Sometimes it's the reverse, so I'm dead wrong on that.
You don't want a Cam Ward.
Yeah, exactly. We're better off with Jackson Dart than Cam Ward.
100%.
Though Cam Ward also has no support staff around him whatsoever. Who knows what he could be?
Also, when we drafted Andrew Thomas over Chase Young, that kind of worked out as well.
Always,
I like Andrew Thomas.
Always draft the lineman. I wanted when we drafted OBJ. I wanted what's his name that the Cowboys got at the guard.
Oh,
Martin. Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. I wanted Zach Martin. I was pissed.
I understand.
I wanted Eric Ebron in the worst way from the tight end.
But Drew, I think probably at some point you probably like, okay, OBJ was the right pick. I'm sure there was at some point you felt that way.
In the very beginning, the first couple of years, I was like, this is fun. Okay, I kind of like we got this kid.
Right.
But here's the problem. You got to realize, even when OBJ was gray here, you still had Zach Martin being an all-pro guard.
Yeah. Was Aaron Donald behind him too, or OBJ was first?
I think Donald was afterwards, yeah.
Even better.
Drew does have a show. Two Giant Goofballs. Check them out.
There I am.
All right, fellas. Well, we'll do this again, and thank you guys for coming on and saving the segment because I didn't think I was going to be able to find some Giant fans that really wanted to participate. So appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
I'll talk to you. All right. We've gotten enemy segment every week this season so far. It's pretty good. I think last year we only did it like 2 or 3 times. All right. Well, before I get us out of here, we got to do our purple premonitions or purple prophecies. Premonitions is what I did want to call them, but I changed it to prophecies. No, that's not how it takes anymore. I need to make one. All right. Let's go ahead and do our predictions. Who's ready?
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead, Cody.
I think if Jalen Naylor has another stellar game coming forward with touchdowns and scoring opportunities, I think we use Addison as a trade target to move up in this year's draft to get who we really want on this team.
That was a prediction?
Yeah, that's a prediction. I think if Jalen Naylor gets his scoring opportunities and scores during those opportunities, Addison is traded during this year's draft.
All right, Michael Fish, what do you got?
Justin Jefferson's going to have over 175 receiving yards in this game.
That goes with mine. J.J. McCarthy will throw for his first 300-yard game against the New York Football Giants. Shaq?
We will have at least 2 special teams touchdowns against the Giants.
2 special team touchdowns. Van Ginkel's getting one of those.
He plays
special teams?
He plays special
he said special teams. Oh, you said special teams. My bad. I immediately went to I immediately went to defensive touchdowns.
DST.
Damn, that's a lot more. That's actually a lot more impressive.
Yeah.
So
Miles Price has seen 2.
It's Miles Price has to get 2.
Well, block punt for a touchdown. You never know.
Or Ty Felton scoops up a kick.
Ty Felton. Robbie, you don't think that J.J. McCarthy's going to throw for 300 yards this game? I'm guessing that's what this comment was for.
The shorter ha was for me saying Jefferson would get 175 yards.
Yeah, and then I went and trumped you with the 300.
I mean, he's gonna have more passing yards.
Rinaldi, delete that. Delete that comment. Where'd that come from, Emiliano? Who said to trade him?
When they talked about it, those
Jay Viking did.
Oh, okay.
JJ. L 2004-1 did.
Yeah, so the only reason this offense moves is because of Jefferson. He takes away brackets, double teams. That's why you have Jalen Naylor scoring points, getting yards, Addison getting 70 yards every 5 games. This is the reason why.
I don't fully agree with that, but I mean, he definitely helps. But I don't know that you pay a guy $35 million to help get guys open. You probably want them to catch those balls in the end zone.
Yeah, I definitely need that too.
In due time.
Yeah.
All right, Shaq, give us your final words before we get out of here.
Final words. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this podcast because we are trying to grow. It's probably a lofty goal, but we're trying to reach at least 1,000 subs before the draft. And if you're feeling generous, you can always send donations to the Cash App at Let's Go, or you click the little dollar sign on YouTube and send a donation that way. We appreciate everything and anything, and let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Addison had his best season while Justin Jefferson was injured, So to say that they wouldn't do shit, I mean, you don't really have nothing to stand on with that.
That's because Addison's the number one.
Just saying. Well, Emiliano's saying he's not.
He's not.
Maybe your party's over.
He's like 300 yards away from Jefferson, and Jefferson hasn't done shit this year.
Well, Jefferson didn't miss 3 games.
Does he get 100 yards with McCarthy in her quarterback in those 3 games? No, because he's only averaging below 75 yards a game. He's averaging below 60 yards a game. Come on now.
I actually agree with you that he's not a number 1, but I am saying that his best season came when Justin Jefferson wasn't there. So for you to say that Addison couldn't go off without Justin Jefferson is just incorrect.
He's not a first-round pick.
Can we get a definition of what a number 1 receiver is? I just need it for a future reference.
That's another Quessy thing. Addison was not a first-round pick. Second round, I'll give it to you.
I mean, sure, anybody can be a wide receiver. Jalen Naylor can go to the Raiders and be a wide receiver 1. Will you be a good team if that's your wide receiver number 1? Probably not.
Will you hit 1,000 yards on the Raiders? Will he hit 1,000 yards on the Raiders?
All right, Michael Fish, final words.
That's what I thought.
For Vikings fans, by Vikings fans, yes, including even Robbie. 'Tis the season. Let's just have some fun watching football. The great thing is we get to watch it loose. We don't really have anything we're playing for except for to see things develop. We had some good guests tonight. Thanks for joining us, you two. Appreciate you. Other than that, I really don't have too much more to say, but let's skol into 20 more years, fellas.
Cody?
Hey, it's the holidays. Enjoy them. Enjoy them a lot. Always have a plan, though. Going forward, hey, if you're alone on the holidays, make sure you hit someone up. Right? Nobody wants to see somebody alone on these holidays. If you got somewhere to go to that place. If you don't have anywhere to go, hit someone up so you have a place to go. Right? Holidays are the hardest times, especially for soldiers out there. If you are a soldier watching this, make sure you hit up your buddies that are alone over this holiday break, all right? Because we all hit leave today, whole army wide did. Just make sure your friends, your battle buddies, they're all okay and they're all in a safe place. Other than that, always let's go.
Let's go.
All right, good message. And like I said earlier, we will be having a show tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Central Time where we will be introducing Purple Dopes with Hopes. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Let's skol.
Let's go.
Let's go. For Viking fans, Minnesota Vikings.